And we are live, possibly for the last ever live stream on this channel with this current video setup. Stay tuned for more information to come soon. My name is Dancy Bearded. This is the mayor.
I'm back, Mon. Hey, Mon, as they say in Jamaica.
As always, lots to talk about tonight.
Too much to talk about.
Yes.
But we'll try to fit it in.
Yep, we will get this all in here. A couple of quick housekeeping things. One, if you're watching this right now and you cannot comment, it's not showing up, it's because you're not subscribed. So please make sure you're subscribed. We will be giving away a Brio beardscape to kind of commemorate a cool announcement that Steve will have to share in a little bit here. And other than that, we're going to be going through some beard advice live tonight. If you don't know what the show is, we'll get to the traditions in a second. But Mayor, what do we do on this show? What is the meat and potatoes of this show?
We like to help guys with beards. So essentially, this started from a live stream that we just kind of hung out, beards bonding, talking about products. And we got lots of questions. So beardadvicelive@gmail.com is always available to send in your questions about your beard, your questions about your next step with your beard. What do we think looks good with your face shape? Everything from that to haircuts to glasses. We'll talk about it. We'll give our honest opinion. We're not claiming to be experts, but we give advice. And so if you're interested in doing that, send an email to beardadvicelive@gmail.com with a couple pictures and maybe like face and side is usually what we use. And you'll see what we do here on the show, and we can do that for you too.
Yes, and this is episode 45. We've never missed. Last week was a flex week, and it went so well. Had to add in a second flex day, and we are going to commit to doing this on a somewhat regular basis. We want to do this maybe every other month, maybe twice a year, something along those lines. So thank you, everybody that sent in. It's so exciting, so cool to be able to do that. Hey, Brio, as we mentioned a second ago, we have an announcement about Brio, and we will be doing a giveaway at the end of the stream. You do need to be present to claim your winnings. Just simply click that link, and we're going to be giving away a Brio beardscape, which both of us for years now have been using on our own, and both of us purchased our own Brios. I purchased it off a recommendation from others. The mayor purchased off a recommendation from me, and I have never felt better about a purchase in my life. I think I've charged it in 2 years once maybe, and that's using it on a regular basis, especially for like my neck and everything. But we'll get into all that. So outside of the beard advice, we do have some traditions. One of them is we drink Mountain Dew. Going with the OG today. We'll be sipping on some Mountain Dew. This is like a treat for us. We know Mountain Dew is not good for you. We know it's not something you should do on a overly regular basis, but it's a treat yourself time. And on top of that, we also eat jerky. Turkey jerky, chicken jerky, bacon jerky, and especially beef jerky. And we've got some pretty cool jerky tonight that was sent in to us by some subscribers and viewers. If anybody's ever interested in sending us any jerky that's local to you or your favorites, just reach out. We would be more than happy to try it and feature it on the stream.
We'd love to eat it. Yes, we will eat any. Well, I won't say that any. But we would love that.
We would love to eat your favorite meat that you sent to us. Yes.
Oh, I think I saw one of your students in the chat.
Oh, I did see one of my students here. I would like to say hello and good morning to my first hour student, Owen Wamba. Owen, sit down, get your laptop out, and let's get to work. The starter is on the board.
Okay? And that's also my kid, guys. So he's going to be in layers on layers on layers. Okay?
Yeah, how cool is that? Our investment on this channel is his son's going to be in my class to bolster the channel. How does that do that? I don't know, but sounds like it goes with it. So I am going to be eating tonight something that's sent to us by Jason B. I don't know if he's in the chat yet. And hello to everybody. I hope you guys are talking amongst yourselves, chopping it up in the chat. We haven't had a chance to say hello to everybody because we know that this stays up. This is a playlist that's on forever. So we want to kind of go through. And really get this as a kind of a recording. So I'm going to be eating, I've never tried this company before, but it's Crockett Creek, and it is the Blazing Cajun. The Blazing Cajun. So I'm excited. You do have one, the back bag, that's also from Jason B. And that is the Matador Teriyaki. And I'm allergic. This has wheat in it, so I cannot have that one. So that one's going to be all the mayor. And then we have two more bags. And unfortunately, I haven't even told him yet. It's going to break his heart. But I am super appreciative. the mayor's going to be getting down on these two jerkies that he'll tell you about in a second. And those are from Frank. I know Frank's in the chat right now. Frank, if you could put a comment out there, I'd love to highlight it for you. But Frank, I was like, oh man, I feel so bad because he sent it out to us. But these do have wheat in it. And I do, if anybody doesn't know, I do have severe celiac disease. I would end up in the hospital if I tried to eat that jerky tonight. So I cannot have it. There's Frank right there.
I'll take
Thank
your
you so much.
leftovers all day long, man.
So, Mayor, what brand, what flavor?
These are called Jamie Bergeron's Cajun jerky. How'd I do Cajun?
Perfect.
And I've got 2 flavors. I have crawfish boil, which is interesting. It's not actually, it's beef, but I'm thinking like an Old Bay flavor. I'm going to try that first. And then I have the garlic pepper, which I'm looking forward to big time. But it says right here, taste the Cajun. So I know why he got these for you.
Yeah.
We all like to hear you say Cajun.
So he does love those. Love the vinyl pick. Yeah, Beef Octane also has the vinyl pick, the floss pick. Beef Octane has it in there. I've never actually used it though. Have you ever used it out of the Beef Octane packs?
No. Well, it sits around. Yeah, like sometimes I think about it, like I'm gonna get organized and put it because I do like those floss.
Oh
picks.
yeah,
they're super nice. But
that's what I use.
Like,
yeah. Yep.
I can't get my act
I
together.
love crawfish. Well. I'm super interested to know what that's gonna taste like. So we're gonna dive into that. But we do. You got some?
I got a lot of questions about Jamaica. I have something for the studio from Jamaica. A little gift, a little Jamaica. Real quick, it was a wonderful trip. We had planned on going spring break of 2020, and we kind of tried to make this happen. All the money was spent. We couldn't wait to go. It was just my wife and I, and it was amazing. I did not realize how out of touch we were until we were able to have about a week together without our kids there. This is a hard time. Pandemic, parenting, all that stuff. It's crucial that you guys remember, because what happened to me is all of a sudden I started to see my wife for the amazing person she is. And it's very easy to get in the day-to-day to get bogged down in the things that don't work out and the things that, whatever doesn't, to see the problems rather than remembering all the greatness. So we had a great time. I would do it again in a heartbeat. And I recommend you guys, whether it's a trip to Jamaica or a night out, do it, because, the best thing you can do as parents is model a good relationship.
Yes.
And that's what this was all about for us. We had a great time. No spray tan, beard octane, none of that.
Hey,
straight up laying in the pool like this. The bar was in the pool. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Float over. Get yourself a Purple Rain. Get yourself a Cool Runnings. One of those are the big ones. Float back and just float there. That's about it.
So the main comment in the chat is how tan you look. There's varying comments to that, and how pale I look. Hey, for the record, this is about as tan as I get in my life. Just because you put a darker shade over here doesn't take my light down any. Come on, you haters out there. Just kidding. And then secondly, there's a lot of comments too that's kind of going with it. Leo says it perfectly here. Mayor, did you trim your beard since your last appearance?
Yeah. Well, actually, I didn't. For the first time ever, I've always been self-trim with the Brio. I have this new haircut. I went back to the same person for the first time in like 10 years. Her name is Kate. She said, do you mind if I just do I'm like, you don't understand. I don't want to go into it and be like, I'm literally on a show. But go ahead. I don't know why I said it. I rolled it because I don't have, I'm not looking at this. Yeah. It was just some sharp edges. So I let her try it out. I don't know if I will again.
Gotta be honest.
It's a little shorter than I would have wanted. It's a little more round than I would have wanted. Yeah. I missed the shape, but whatever.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. It looks great. Someone who sees you, I'm not a fan of it, and specifically the cheek line.
Yeah, she took it. Yeah.
So,
I was already good.
So did you?
But Betsy had won. We did a vow renewal too.
Okay.
And she had just said a little shorter, so it was already to my liking short. But even I get caught up in those situations where I should have said one thing or the other. I grow. I can grow and grow and grow, and it'll be back.
It's an experience.
It was an experience.
I had my beard trimmed by a professional at Detroit Grooming, filmed. If I could go back in time, I would do it again. I was very happy with the experience. But from that point forward, I will never have anybody trim my beard again. So that was kind of my stance there. Now, did you feel pressured into that decision by her, or did you already go in thinking, I'm open to the idea of her trimming my beard?
Well, I know this guy named Dan, and he teaches me that there's always content up. There's always things that happen that you can tell a story, and you need to experience the things that we've had. How many bad trims have we had on this show? I didn't expect a bad trim. I don't think it was, but it was just putting it in someone else's hands. It was almost like somebody stepping into your art project, even though you have an idea of what it is. But you know what? Lived and learned. And nothing on you, Kate. You got to cut a great head of hair. We just didn't do it. All right. So what I brought you was for the wall. Bob Marley, nice beard, but more than just Bob Marley. I don't know where Bob's gonna go. He's gonna maybe back there. I don't know.
Could work.
But this is for
That's awesome.
This is for you, the studio. And I like Bob Marley for this too, because he was always big on he was a huge message of positivity. I don't need to hear Bob Marley music for a while because that was all I heard for a week. But One Love, I mean, talk about the OG positivity guy. No woman, no cry, like all that stuff. But it was really cool. And this trip was good. It was well needed for us. And Bob will be with us from now on.
That's awesome, man. Thank you, man.
You are welcome.
That's super cool. And he does have a beard.
Literally bought on the beach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. We did not leave the resort.
That's so cool. EBT, thank you for that super chat, man. I appreciate it. Corey says beard's on point. Thank you. Lately, hopefully you've been liking it early. I'm just kidding. Just kidding there. So that got the trim. Yes, for those of you that are in here right now, I did have an unbelievable weekend. If you guys are not here on Monday, I was in Connecticut for the Connecticut Barber Expo. I was helping out Beard Octane. I don't work for Beard Octane. I don't own Beard Octane or any portion of Beard Octane, but it was an absolute honor to go network, to help out Joe, who's a fantastic human, meet his wife, Heather, and being able to meet people like Jay Cruz, Mr. Healthy Bearded. It seems like we've been best friends forever. Eric with an A, who was just kind of busting my chops the whole time. And I did get a chop buster, isn't he? Yeah. He got me a Star Wars gift, which normally I'd be offended, but it's so cool. I know, Eric, I just thought of that. I just thought of the Connecticut. I don't know where that was missed because that's not the name of the expo.
Why not?
I don't know.
Because they're not clever.
I don't know. Eric, Joe, Jay Cruz, how have we not brought up the term Connecticut? I just thought of that. But it was so cool. I met people like somebody I've been following literally for double-digit years, Leroy, who's from Michigan. He's on the Road Real World. Got to hang out with him multiple times. He wants to film content. He's just a great dude. Then also an Instagram, TikTok dude, barber named Vic Blends, so this guy's massive, like 5.7 million followers. He had lines going both ways, both days, nonstop. The dude did not stop. Hustled. He was a machine. He did not, when you talk to somebody and they like, all right, yeah, kind of time for the next one. They stop act. He was interested in every person. He let them say what they wanted to. He didn't rush them, and it was unreal. Absolutely unreal.
That is the difference a lot of times. And I wanted to add for my trim thing. I think that all your pictures from the Barber Expo kind of influenced me, because what I was really, and when I got to talking about Kate, my stylist, was about the fade. All right, so you guys look how that got cleaned up though.
Oh wow. That's really good.
I like that cleanliness.
Yeah.
It's just we didn't have to mess with everything else. But
no, that's really good.
Yeah.
She's a great barber. With that. And where is that at?
That's
for anybody?
Grooming.
Okay, so one of my students is a barber there with a big beard. Did you see Gunner?
I did. Just briefly. I didn't talk to him, but yeah.
Okay, so Gunner is he's a subscriber of the channel, and he's formerly one of my students.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's a nice dude.
Big old beard.
So yes.
I
hit him. And guys, we're gonna get to the advice. I know we're talking fast right now because we want to get into it, and we'll come back to this stuff. This is stuff you guys hopefully want to hear about. We want to talk about. But what's the other thing?
I didn't get recognized in Jamaica.
Okay,
but I had a couple of different interventions with some guys. I had some people that wanted to talk to me. A lot of anybody from 25 to 35, a couple different newlywed couples, guys asking questions. And it was very interesting for me. I kind of leveled up in my understanding of how frustrated people can be when they're not growing like they wanted to. I talked to a guy that he had derma rolled. He had used minoxidil. He had tried all these
real
things.
Quick.
Yep.
Hello, Mr. Greeter. He's been adamant on that. We appreciate your greetings. Okay, go ahead. Derma roll.
Anyways, it is a whole different ball of wax talking to a guy in person and seeing his emotion, his frustration. But he said, I love that you didn't just say do this magic thing. He didn't know if biotin was available in a capsule. He had only done it topically.
So
totally I said that's going to be your big thing, and then patience too. It was cool, and I think Betsy got a little annoyed that all the 25 and 30-year-olds were talking to me.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's okay. That's a little bit annoyed.
I got noticed a couple times. My favorite one, Joe was talking to a guy, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, man, I have your ginger jamboree. It's one of my favorites ever. That Dan C collab is so good." And Joe goes, "You mean Dan C back there?" And he goes, "Holy crap!" And so that was cool. That
was worth the price of admission.
That made my day right there. And a bunch of people came up to see me. Mr. Mora, Mrs. Mora in the chat. Steven, who's in the chat right now, and his awesome, wife, girlfriend, fiance, partner in life. We could say I didn't get the status on that one. We had Spencer, who's a barber who follows the channel. Who else am I missing that came up? It's a blur. It was probably the most exhausted I've been in a very, 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 very long time, but it was awesome. It was so good. But question for the chat: What are you sipping on right now? What are you eating right now? Did you try?
I did.
Okay, this is the crawfish boil. What'd you go? Thoughts? What do you got?
First scent, I didn't know. After I took the first bite, it's excellent. Great heat.
Really?
Great flavor. Great texture. A really good jerky that you unfortunately... I think I can actually taste what you're allergic to anymore. The gluten, because it's a more bind.
Because most times we eat it without it.
Right. And then
you experience the other.
So
interesting.
It's just a chewiness kind of factor that you don't get on the more natural stuff.
Okay.
But 10. Like it's a 10. This is excellent.
Wow. All right, I'm gonna try my Cajun here. But yeah, guys, we got so much to talk about, so much to go over, and I'm actually going to I'm going to show you guys. We're not doing it yet, but I'm going to show you guys real quick what we're going to be ending the night with. And that is this giveaway. That is a Brio Beardscape shipped to you guys for free. This is provided by Brio. So if you guys like to support the companies that support us, just consider that. I am going to pass the mic to the mayor for an announcement, and then kind of the setup to how this came to be, the rationale behind it, and everything. It may not seem like a big deal to most people, but we think it's a pretty good deal, pretty good moment for the show.
All right, guys. So it's my great honor, and humility to share with you that I actually, the mayor, have an affiliate link with an amazing beard company, Brio. I give Brio credit for in a big part for why I still have my beard today, why I stuck with it. Dan kind of played into that too as well. But here's what I'm talking about with that. The Brio Beardscape is made for dudes with beards. What am I talking about? I mean, I don't think I've charged it since I got it a year ago or a year and a half ago. And it's still like over 50%. Yeah. It's got a great battery. It has guards, but basically it saved me and my beard because it gave me control. It was understandable. It was usable. It was lightweight. And I was able to kind of shape my beard. Now, that's where I kind of come in with this whole idea of this grooming product. I have a more shaped beard, as you guys, as far as it needs more maintenance. It's more part of my routine. And, as I'm a big scissors guy, as you guys know, but the Brio Beardscape has been the only way I've found that I can, with on my own, trim down and trim the sides and take the flyaways away evenly. I have not gotten to a point when I can do that with scissors and not kind of leave a gouge or something like that. So this has been huge. I remember way back when asking Dan to, hey, do you really like it? I think you had a video out reviewing it.
Yep.
But what's the real, man to man? Is it worth the money? And you said 100% yes. Yeah. So I bought it.
Yep.
This link supports the channel, supports me, my family, all these things that we're doing here. And it means a lot. If you guys ever needed it or needed advice, questions, I'm your guy for Brio. I've been using it for years. You've been using it for years, and we would not have this affiliate if we didn't, hands down think it's going to help you make a difference in your beard, maybe give you that control that you keep going.
Yeah. And guys, I do want to say there have been so many fantastic questions in the chat tonight.
Uh-oh.
We are not...
I'm talking more than ever.
No. I am too. It's
just a lot. Yeah.
I just want to let you guys know this is we haven't been together on the air. We had some big announcements, some big experiences. And I just want to make sure you guys know we are not ignoring you. This is not a stream where you come and you feel like you can't get involved. I absolutely promise we will get you involved, but it is Beard Advice Live. We're trying to do all the housekeeping first and then get into the advice. I promise tonight we're going to have a time where you're able to ask questions and we will answer any of them. For example, someone said, can I use mustache wax to get a stronger hold on my beard? Yes, absolutely. There is nothing in mustache wax that will hurt your beard at all. Somebody asked, how's the cutting action on the Brio? Does it cause split ends? No. The Brio is, other than when I went for that professional trim once, the Brio is the only tool that has touched my beard in the last 3 years. Other than scissors, the only trimmer, I should say, that's touched my beard. I don't have split ends. I have an extremely healthy beard, and it's what I do. If you don't believe me, you can see it literally in action in every single one of my trim videos. That's what I use. If I thought anything otherwise, and I've never made a penny off Brio, I will put that out there. That's how much I've supported them. I didn't want people to think I was using it for money or anything like that. It's been building this trust. Thought it made sense with this show to have the mayor have the affiliate. It's still not mine. Nothing coming this way. But this man puts in a ton of time. He puts in a ton of effort, the experience, the perspective. We've been at this for a very long time now, so that's why that affiliate's out there. But I do want to make sure you guys know, because I know what that feeling is like when I go into a live stream and I feel like I'm ignored. I feel like I'm not a part of the show. That's not this. This is a special situation right now.
Unique,
so so please be patient with us. You matter to us. Your questions matter to us. We will 100% be able to get all these questions going as we go through. And yes, one thing I will point out, Brad, thank you. Those thumbs up are looking a little light, and I do believe it's because we haven't said it, and a lot of you probably forgot, especially if you're on your phone. I know I forget when I'm on my phone. Just simply, if you're on your phone, hit the X on the live chat, hit the thumbs up, and then hit the word live chat to come back, the words live chat to come back in, and then you guys will be good to go. Whew, okay.
Guys, for questions on anything, I think I saw Leo ask what guard I use. I use a 12 millimeter. Their guards are in millimeters, but you can all, part of this link in this collaboration with Brio, hit me with questions, anything you want to know. If I don't know, I know a guy that might, or, but I use my oil that came with it. And it has been, one of those things that's just automatic. It's just there. It works. It does it right. You treat it well. It treats you well.
Yeah. And so we will be giving this Brio away as the last thing we do tonight. Again, you do need to be live. You do need to be present. We know some of you have to get to bed to go to work and all that life stuff. No worries at all. But this will be the last one. Somewhere between 10:30 and 11 would be my guess, maybe a little bit closer towards 11 at that point. And if you do ever want to reach out to the mayor, his Instagram is on the screen right now, Mayor's Beard Journey. Gary Lewis, hey, man, hit that like button or the mayor will Brio your mustache off. Yeah. And what's a beard without a mustache? Personal preference.
Yeah.
Last thing before we get into the advice. This jerky is, again, the Crockett Creek, and it's the Blazing Cajun. So good, but there's very little blazing or Cajun flavor. It's just really good meat. There is absolutely no heat, no spice whatsoever, but just, I can tell it's really good quality beef. And I'm going to finish this bag tonight. I really, really enjoy it. Just very little spice. I was hoping for blazing. It was going to be hot, and it's not. Yeah, it's not hot. Next question for everybody in the chat. What's in beard tonight? What do you have? And let us know the company, the scent, and then the product. I have in beard today. I'm going to pass it to Mary because I don't remember right now.
Citrafella. I put it in hoping you would ask because that was my first. This is like the journey. Citrafella from Beard Octane. It was named on your Monday night show way back when, right?
Yes. This was one of the early days of Command's Corner. We ran a competition, and Command's Corner is officially over 3 years old now without ever missing. So crazy to think about. I am reviewing. I always test companies. I never do like a month back to back because my beard doesn't like that. It gets used to products. I don't want to hit that plateau effect. So I rotate through them. I've been so busy and crazy, I don't really remember what's in beard today. All I know is it's an oil from a company that I'm testing, and I really like it. I don't smell it anymore, so it's a scent that dissipated kind of quickly. By kind of quickly, it's been
Did
14
I tell you,
hours.
these guys were so like into beards. I ended up giving most of my stuff away that I had with
Wow,
me.
that's cool.
I
But
know.
did you keep the bare minimum?
I did.
Oh,
I
good,
did.
good.
Oh, yeah, I'm not crazy.
Hey, Jack, I did get a little exchange package, dropped some beard products for some Cake Pop Shop products, those little tacos, gluten-free. They were really, really good. Really good. All right. We're going to come back to some of this, you guys. I absolutely promise that. Enter that giveaway. I'll put a link in the chat. There's also, I believe, it's in the description. The pinned comment is for how you enter next week. Boom, giveaway. That will be at the end. We're going to get rolling here into this. Did you have something there?
I was just going to say, you do get a 5% discount on anything you use the link for.
Okay.
That's, just add that in. It does, you save a little bit too.
Beautiful, beautiful. Just automatically with your link?
I believe so.
I did not know that. Okay, very cool. Because I know that they have like a sign up with their email 5% thing, but that's even better. Automatic will work. So cool. All right. Get back into this, and then yes, we still have more and more and more to talk about here. So our first one, and I feel like I'm missing stuff already, but that's okay.
We'll get back to it.
Our first one here is Russ Young. He phoned in to us several weeks ago, I believe, is when we had Russ on here. I've had the pleasure of meeting Russ in person. That's another reason why I like to do those events and everything, is I actually get to put a person. I get to put a person with the name, with the picture in there. Burton, yes, I am affiliated with Chesapeake. Dan C10, capital D, capital C, saves you 10% off. And here's Russ. We have the before, and then we have the after right here. My favorite is that side beard shot.
That's a tough cut.
It is. And the advice, if you guys remember, is his side beard was outgrowing his chin. His chin was the shortest point, and then over here had a much longer overgrowth, which sounds harsh, but that's just kind of the best way to go through it. And I believe his wife helped him out on this trim, if I remember correctly from the messages here. So for me, first take is I love the angle he took on this side. Absolutely perfect. The front looks really purposeful, looks really symmetrical. Real, as Jake says in the chat, real smooth. I'm a big fan. Jake is here.
What?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Jake's always here. Jake's very supportive.
He lurks sometimes.
Yeah, Jake does
just chills. He's like,
yep, it's like how he drives.
Slow. Okay.
Yeah, slow. So what are your thoughts?
So Russ hemmed and hawed. Have you heard that term?
I've heard. I don't know what it means though.
Try to make a decision. Just don't want to just pull the trigger or whatever.
Yeah, I know that. But what's the actual meaning behind it?
Just taking it slowly to find every reason not to, basically.
Okay, let me rephrase.
Sure.
What is hemmed and what is hawed?
I don't know.
Let's know. Is it an idiom? Are they actual like definitions?
I know hemming is a stitch.
Yeah.
Right.
But how does that fit into hemming and hawing?
For me, until you guys tell me the real reason, I'm gonna pretend it's when people used to stitch and laugh and talk.
Okay.
They hawed the ha. Okay. But he hemmed and hawed, and he did great. If it took that time, you guys have been there where you're not sure something needs to adjust, something needs to change. You're not sure. You got your advice, but just pulling the trigger and do it on your own is big. But as we talk about this, the power in a beard that's going to stay is one that you can maintain yourself when it comes down to it. Because if you feel powerless, you don't feel like you can get the look, the shape, whatever, you're more likely to get rid of it. Mm-hmm. And, for Russ, great, very, very proud. Usually within reason, you wait too long and you almost like psych yourself out to where you can't do it. He waited a long time, but he came through in the end for sure.
And one thing that I'll add on to your point there is like when you don't know how to do it, you feel like you're not powered, right? If you do know how to trim your own beard, you're empowered. I think a huge example of that was the COVID quarantine shutdown of barbershops. We have an example later in the show of a guy that was not able to get a beard trim because of barbershops being closed and shut down and mask requirements. We saw some of those craziness out there. That's not a far stretch from happening again multiple times in the future. Once that toothpaste is out, it's out. If there's ever a better reason to learn how to trim your own beard, that's a really, really good reason. Because let's say it's 2 years that you're not able to go. What are you going to do? Start then? Yeah, absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. But I would recommend starting now. Russ, really, really well done. And a great example of a team trim. You doing what you can and then saying, hey, I'm not comfortable with this. Let me bring in my wife. Let me bring in my buddy. Let me teach them what I want, what I need.
And I love my wife, but I don't think we could team work on that one. I'm at a point where, and then she's saying, you let the lady do it at the barbershop, you're not twice. But just to explain it in words and have it just be high stakes. How about you? Would you ever let Sam?
Yes. So I cut my own hair, my own head hair and beard for the last literally 20 years. 20 years. I now in the last 2 years have transitioned to Sam doing my entire head haircut. And that I did not at first like it. I didn't get exactly what I wanted, but over time I taught her and she was able to go through it.
Awesome.
Hem and haw, take a long time, make a decision, stop. No, we know that. Okay, it's an idiom. Okay.
And
so they don't.
It's from it's a British saying.
Okay.
UK.
So I thought it was an idiom. I was just wondering if there was an actual specific to it. So cool. Thank you guys for the information there.
I don't always make the best choice, but I'm not an idiom. Oh, you got it.
Good one. Good one.
All right. This is Kyle B. Kyle says, I'm trying to get to the 6 to 7 inch mark, but it seems like the tips of my hair get brittle and flake off. Advice?
Okay. So let's take a look at the picture and then we'll kind of go from the advice, because even without pictures, I could give some advice, but let's go through with here. Okay. So 6 to 7 inch mark. And he feels like at this point, the tips of the hair get brittle and flake off. So Kyle, if you're watching this one, there is something external and likely also internal that is causing that. There is no such thing in the world where growth at a certain point would start to break off on the end. Why? Let me give you super easy logic. The reason would be because your beard grows from the base. Your beard grows from the skin. Hair does not change by itself over time. There has to be something that is acting on that. Whether it is your shirt, whether it is your grooming habits, whether it is dehydration from the inside, whether it's poor diet from the inside, there is something that is actually doing that. And a big part, like Dan B says here, is probably hydration. But lack of hydration alone does not break hair off. Let me let that marinate a bit.
Did you say marinate?
Mm-hmm. Lack of hydration does not break hair off alone. There needs to be something external that is physically breaking the tips of those hairs. Does being dehydrated make it more likely? Yes, a millionfold to the moon and back. Yes, yes, yes. But there is something that is breaking it off. And another good question that I was going to add on to with SDZ. So terminal length has nothing to do with hairs breaking, with hairs splitting, or any damage.
You see Kyle's
terminal. Okay. Could be my diabetes too. Okay. That is more likely the source of setting it up. But Kyle, there's also something that's from the inside. There's also something from the outside that is acting on those hairs. But it is not terminal length, because terminal length just simply means that individual hair stops, right? My arm hairs right now have hit terminal length. They are not going to get any longer at this moment in my life. They're not split. They're not breaking. They just stop growing. Whenever you have breakage, there is something breaking those hairs. Leading up to it is likely dehydration. And then the main cause, as Paulie says here, is probably overbrushing, overcombing, something that is happening, touching it too much, like Alan said there. So I would 100% try to be as internally healthy as you can. I don't know very many details about the best way to optimize your internal health with diabetes. That's way above my pay grade. I don't have diabetes. None of my family members have diabetes. So I'm not even going to pretend to give you advice there. That would be irresponsible of me. But I can tell you something else is happening on that outside. Right? Whether you're putting too much heat on it, you're combing it too much, you're touching it too much. We can talk about all the healthy things, like Brett said, adding butter, drinking more water. But first, you need to figure out what's breaking those hairs off.
And I would just add a couple engineering things to this. The way your beard grows, you've got kind of like a tree in the front yard versus a tree in the forest. Your style is to where you might be. Maybe you look at your phone, down at your phone a lot, and you're hitting the chest, and you don't have all, the mass, you might want that, and it's just not grown there yet. But what I would suggest too is maybe a little bit shorter style as you wait for the size come, if you're going for that. But a little bit of reinforcements, a little bit more, a team of beard hairs that would help protect you from damage and those external things that Dan was talking about.
Yes, and I'm going to do two things here. Clark, you are 100% correct. There are areas of your body that terminal length does increase over time. I actually have a video talking about that. Terminal length is usually a stop at whatever point you are in your life. It's not a final destination. Very few humans, if any, ever hit terminal length on their beard because they do trims, because they have different aspects going on in their life. What I'm going to say is, I believe that you are likely touching your beard too much. Do you want to know why I know this, Kyle? It's because of that shape of your beard. When your beard is shaped to that point, it's almost intrinsic. It's almost natural. It's almost mandatory that you like grab your beard and you stroke it down to a point. Do you get what I'm saying with that angle there?
That. We all been there.
That's why I said it's natural. Especially my beard doesn't lend itself to doing that much because I would have to get two hands kind of pushing it. Your beard, I mean, I could just, if I had that, I could just see myself just going.
You guys watch me on the show all the time. I'm just.
But imagine that one, right? To the point.
And if
that is likely
to show how hard you're thinking.
Exactly. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say simply that you are touching it too much, and then we have some internal health things that is going on. So that would be my advice for you there. But yeah, great comments, you guys. Wolf says started watching you at 30K and now close to 47. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's really cool. Some people, moderator Doug Sloan, who just dropped a banger of a link there, was here before 100. So is the mayor. The mayor was here before 0.
I was like, yep.
He was in the birthing process of the channel. Because we were hanging out before I even started, right? Yeah. So the mayor was here. All right. Sorry, I've been away. Would trimming the hair before it gets flaky and Blake? Yes, absolutely, Jimbo. Kyle, if you realize it's going at a certain point, whatever in life is causing it at that point, which it may be the stroking of the beard or it may be the looking down like the mayor said, because if it's shorter, maybe you don't have those problems. You probably can get those trims before it's actually breaking off.
I'd be curious to know, have you guys ever been so had that like repetitive motion that you've had to like try to break that habit?
Boom.
And what did you do to do that?
Boom. So when you have a bad habit of like biting your fingernails, people do things like they have nail polish that tastes nasty.
Yep, the bitter apple stuff.
Yeah, it's easy to break. Your beard, you can't put anything on your beard. You can't burn your fingers to. And hey, Jersey Joe, hey everybody that's in here right now, you can't do any burn anything like that. So I don't know if there's any tips or tricks. Me, I don't know. It's kind of a foreign concept to me because I have like crazy willpower. If I was like, I'm not going to touch my beard, I wouldn't touch it. I would have to like prove it to myself. So I don't know. I don't know what would.
I got married, so I have a wife who watches out for things.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
No, she doesn't sound like that. But
tell somebody in your life that you should. I don't want to touch my beard anymore, and then have them hold you accountable.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah, that is a good one.
Somebody you really love a lot because.
Right. You got to have that bond, that relationship. So, yeah. And again, guys, everybody, we can address, remember, there's a million list of healthy things we could do to help the health of the beard. But if you're not addressing what is actually breaking the beard, that likely doesn't mean too much. We got to make sure we're able to do that. Oh, here's a good one. Jimbo says, replace it with something else, add diversion. That's how I break bad habits. That's a good call.
Stop smoking by start drinking.
Yeah. Okay.
You be careful with that replacement. Like illicit narcotics and things like that are not a good option. You better just stroke your beard.
Yeah.
But that's true. Yeah. It could always be, just find something that kind of fits into that same piece whatever you need it for.
So Kyle, it seems like you are likely setting your beard up for failure right now. You're not taking any vitamins. There's some other health and internal things that are probably going on there. Let's focus on solving that internal health. Get some vitamins, drink more water, biotin, especially with diabetes, check with your doctor on all those things. You want to make sure you're being safe first and foremost. But then from there, let's make sure oh, wow, that's amazing. Marino, this is my guy, by the way. Marino says, every time you touch your beard, put $5 aside and donate it weekly to a good cause.
I tried $1 with swearing.
Yeah?
It kind of faded.
So here's my thing, okay? I was thinking deeply about this.
Sometimes I want to, sorry.
Yeah. So I don't swear. I don't swear on here. But do I swear off of stream? Yes, I'm a human. I'm an adult. If you don't have any swearing in your adult life, I'm kind of worried about you. But do I think and I will never swear on stream. I will never be inappropriate on stream because I'm around we have 12-year-old to 14-year-old students. We have parents. We have principals. I don't think that's something that they should be doing. But and actually, I could go either way on that. That's a long story. But I'm just gonna say I don't think it's that big of a deal in the world for the swearing thing, because I've considered stuff like that too to try and I'm like, wait, when used properly, it's a very powerful use of expression. Yeah, very, very possible. Coffee talk and tech. Hey, John, I don't know if I can show real quick. I can't. All right, let me pull this over.
He's got some new stuff.
John, coming Monday, the new setup. This is just one of the many things I have. You guys, if you don't know, this is a brand new Sony A6400 with the Sigma 1.4, 16 millimeter lens on that bad boy. Whoo!
For full HD Mayer tan effect. I think that's the only reason we got it. You saw the tan and you said, let's get that on some HD stuff.
Yeah,
something like that.
buddy.
I don't even know, but it looks really cool.
Yes.
It's got a presence, a personality about it.
Yes. So I have that. I have another Sony camera that's going to be my second camera. I have the A10 Mini Pro on the way. That's exactly what you needed. Yes. So I got that. John, I also, get ready for this, guys. A F14. Yes, Brian. I have a second camera for my another view, the Sony A6000 with clean HDMI out. I also have, oh my God, I got so many things coming, everybody. So many things coming.
Lots of letters and numbers, but they sound good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a feel guy, and I feel like you're fired up, so I'm fired up.
I am. So Kyle, thank you for that. That was a really cool discussion that led to. All right. You haven't tried the other one. We'll save that. Oh, what about teriyaki?
Excellent.
Good?
Excellent.
Awesome. I love Matador jerky.
Yes.
Matador is one of the best chain national jerkies that you can have. So, yep. It really is. Who is this guy? Yeah. Jay Cruz, Mamba Mindset.
I just feel like he's fun to hang out with.
Oh, he's so good. So good.
You said you walked up to him and was like, no, you know.
So Jay Cruz came up. I was already working at the Beard Octane booth. He came in a little bit late. That's just kind of Jay Cruz style. Came in a little bit late. I was talking to people. I saw him. I was talking and I go, I'm glad you didn't overspend. Yeah, and John, one of the biggest things with me is I'm all about natural growth. So I don't need to go from a 2 to an 11. I'm okay going to a 6 and then naturally going from there. So it tells me, so he came, I was early. So he walked up. I was already there, already talking to people, and I saw him walking up to me and I go, "What up, Jay?" And then I go back to talking to the people and I was like, oh my God, I haven't even met. I've been talking to this dude for over a year now. Mm-hmm. I didn't even introduce myself. What am I doing? But it's because I felt like I knew him. Mm-hmm. I felt like we have been friends for a year. I felt like he was just one of my boys. If you walked up, I was talking to somebody, I'd be like, "What up, man? How you doing, man?" And then keep talking. I just simply said I just was casual. And then I had a dawn on myself, oh no, I need to actually in person introduce myself to this guy. So that was really, really cool, man. Really cool. He is so, his aura, his energy, his vibes, his charisma, everything you see on camera is exactly how he is. And we know that, right? When you guys meet me and Mayor and stuff, what I was saying to them is I'm on so much. It's impossible to be anybody other than yourself. If you can fake it for 3 years,
right?
About 6 hours of live streams a week, how many hours of video every month, you're good.
That's exhausting. And honestly, that was when I had a moment when I just started doing this stuff. When I just
became yourself,
started telling the truth that I take baths, who I am.
Yep.
You know, that was like a tipping point. You know. So I real quick just to ask also, when you met Eric, did Joe let him stop the human-sized treadmill that stirs the butter, or did he just have to like high five you as he kept walking? And is it as big as I think it is?
He stopped and then trained me on the wheel.
Okay.
I had to actually work the wheel, and then Eric got off and was mocking me from outside of the wheel.
And how many times did he say nitro while you were there? Thousands? Hundreds of thousands?
It didn't stop.
Right.
It did not stop.
When did you get tattooed?
My best bud, Ron, said his beard is better than mine. Should I fight him? You should enter a beard contest and settle it once and for all. Loser has to trim their beard. Not shave. We don't go crazy here, but trim their beard. That's it. Yep, that is it. No, I am not doing the sound effects machine that Jay Cruz has. One big thing that I am all about is authenticity and being yourself. I did not make this upgrade, any of these upgrades, to be like anyone else. I made these upgrades to be the best version of myself. I did not see Jay Cruz in here, the boom, 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 or wah, wah, wah. Wait, what's the foghorn sound?
The Jamaican horn?
No. Like, yes, there it is. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Okay, the Jamaican horn.
I learned so many things.
So I did not hear Jay Cruz with the put some respect on my name sound effect and say, ooh, I need to be that. I am not trying to be anybody else. I just want to have the best version of myself.
And if my tan looks a little better, my tan looks a little better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that factored in a lot.
Oh no, I am jealous. And yeah, that was.
I did SPF 50 a lot. It was just a lot of time in the sun and pool and all that. But I don't take it for granted. Skin cancer, all that stuff. Betsy's annoying me with it, but this is still where I was at.
That's awesome. I am jealous of that, but I do have to say that was a really good line that I said. I did not make any of these upgrades to be like someone else, just to be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
Whoo! Hey, Jay Cruz, type that out and DM me on Instagram, please. I did not make these upgrades to be like anybody else. I made these to be the best version of myself.
And Joe, could you have Eric like do the stitchery, like some kind of embroidery like sampler over his wheel? Okay.
He's got you there. Hey, thank you. I can referee any beard fights. You got it. You are in. I feel like you would be a fantastic referee. 2 men enter. 1 man trims. Yes. He's my brother from. I know, Chip, man. I appreciate the super chat too. That was funny. Yep. My best friend and fighting each other would never. Yeah, he was just joking there, guys. He was just joking. Okay. Teach, we all know the truth. You've been. Yeah, right. Okay. Here we go.
And no baths in Jamaica. It was a shower only. But
wow.
The whole time there was kind of like a bath. Although they were like triggerfish or tuna fish swimming by and lobsters and look up what a sea snail is.
I know sea snail. Yeah.
Stepped on one.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Mike, you're absolutely welcome. Thank you for that kind comment.
All right. This is Wesley. When first growing my beard, I shaved from jawline down because I hadn't yet watched any of Dan C's videos. I think it's just a waiting game now, but any advice for the future?
Okay. All right. You guys are tiny on these split screens. Can you 50-50? Unfortunately, on this one, I cannot, but maybe some stuff in the future, Alan. Thank you for the feedback, my friend. All right. I did not listen to that. So
basically, so he shaved down basically his jawline. He's not happy with it. Any suggestions of how he gets back to where he was? That kind of thing.
Okay. So we got the jawline here. Mm-hmm. First off, Wesley, I absolutely love the shape of your mustache. Fantastic.
Who does it make you think of?
I don't know.
Facebook group.
Sonny?
Just the mustache.
Sonny's? Yeah, it does look like Sonny's mustache.
Sonny's a little bigger, but like the serious point.
It does look like Sonny's. For bed, yes, Aaron, you should dampen your beard before beard butter. Yes. I love the color of the white on the black in the front there. Real slick haircut. You can tell this dude is very purposeful and cares about what he does. So he's worried about his neckline here, right? To me, this seems like a naturally more sparse neckline. Wes, I'm gonna hit you with this, my man. I think this is the look for you. At this point, I don't want you really going to go super far. I think this matches super well. What you're going to do is you're going to continue to trim as that neckline catches up, because again, to me, it looks more natural, but you said that you regret something. So maybe there is more to it there, but there's no follicles here. So there's no way it was growing there. I feel like there's just a natural kind of tapering off. But regardless, what you're going to do is maintain this beard in the style and shape that you have right now. And then as it grows, you'll see if you get more of a neckline or not. If you don't, rock this style. If you do, push it a little bit farther. But I absolutely love this for you. The reason being is I can tell you got a nice fade over here. I can tell you got a nice hairstyle. And a beard like this, you can keep very clean. A beard like this, you can use a heated brush and have it dialed in. You can put some balm on it. And it just, for me, rounds out your style really, really well. I think what you have is fantastic. Trim along the way, and then you'll see as you go through if you can have more to it or not.
I think you covered his question really well. I just want to throw out there, Wes, I love the look. The only thing I would consider is a little bit more length here, because I think that salt and pepper stripe would just look fantastic if it was just you gave it another inch or half inch. But really great look. You know what you're doing. Like you can keep this look and let that thicken up and see where it goes. But it is not something that stands out in any way.
Right. For you to go longer though, you would need more under here, because this is that. I mean, that's just under the jawline. But it could with time, like Mayor's saying, maybe it does thicken up. Maybe that was from a trim, but I just don't see the follicles in there to go a lot longer. But man, yeah, it looks really, really, really good. So. I saw a good,
and then it's just going to be also what you're looking for the comment. If it truly was trimmed and you're waiting for the thicken back up, it's going to be maintenance. It's going to be keeping this short and waiting for those guys to catch up for a while. Yeah, as you go, because they probably are some of the slowest growing hairs, anyways. So it was a hit to get that.
Yep. Ron, I don't know. That's a fantastic question. That's nothing that I have ever studied or really looked into. But I'm going to write it down as a video idea and see what I can come up with here, because I'm not sure. I like the question though.
I did have a water and a coconut while I was in Jamaica.
That's cool.
It was pretty much just I think it was literally like for people to take pictures of drinking water.
Yeah, right. You got it.
I don't know if it was truly coconut water.
Can the Brio be used to fade up? Absolutely. There's plenty of videos online. I believe Scuba, his barber, even gave him a fade with the Brio. So and yes,
the zero gap would be a big part of that too. As you got to the clean area, but they offer a zero gap that's a replacement that it locks right in, and it gives you the short trim.
Yep. And just a reminder for those of you that are in here, if you came in late and didn't know, we will be giving away a Brio Beardscape for free, shipped to you from Brio at the end of this show. So make sure you're live and staying tuned. Even if you don't trim your own beard, it's good to clean up your neck. It's good for your head hair. Whatever you want to trim, it's going to work out for you guys really, really well. And that will be at the very end of the show. So just keep that in mind.
Tonight. Fight the break of dawn, gone tomorrow.
That's a good graduation song.
Toad the Wet Sprocket. I think that was their big song. They went to Interlaken, where our cottage is, and I saw him. He opened for somebody, or he came out with no shoes on. It was pretty chill.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. More information on that, but I got to save some stuff for the rest of the year. All right, this is Mill. This is my beard after applying beard oil and drying. I do get a different look with the beard butter that I like much better. What are our thoughts, comments? So I think I took this to speed. How do we think it's styled? Well, you're going to, maybe there's some beard dip issues we're going to talk about. We'll just take a look at it.
Okay. Question quickly here. How long for your beard to fill in again after pulling out too many while styling bed? If you pull them out, they're going to have to start regrowing again. For normal men, it's ½ inch a month. So kind of figure it out there for what you're looking for and for what you need. Mayor, will you or have you, paging Doug, ever done a Brio trim video?
I have.
We have a video.
It's already up. I think there's call for like maybe an adjust. Like I've learned a lot since then. That was what I knew maybe a year ago. Was it about a year ago?
I have no idea.
No idea. Anyway, so yes, it's up there. If Doug can find it, I think it's Business Beard Trim.
Yep.
And
Business Beard Trim Dan C. You'll find that. So yep, it's on there, and you learn as you go. And the old way, even if you have adjustments, it still was a great technique. So
right.
Not going anywhere. All right. Awesome. So essentially he's saying, this is my beard after applying beard oil and drying. I do get a different look when the beard butter, like much better. Thoughts, comments? Mare, I'll let you hit this one.
All right. So, I think I took this just to be kind of like a styling issue. There's no reason you can't use oil and butter if they both work. But I don't think I wouldn't go with just butter.
And they're calling you out, saying it's Eagle Eye Cherry.
That was Eagle Eye Cherry. Yeah,
several people say
my bad. See,
I've never heard of either, so I'm out.
Yeah, you were like in junior high or freaking 6th grade.
I know the song though.
Yeah, no. All right, so I would say there's a couple things going on that I would recommend. I would recommend get a heated brush at your length, which is similar to my length. You can see you've got the same thing that I fight all the time, like the little chin divots. The chivets that's not a thing, but as hair grows differently from the side into your chin, you get little dips and things like that. I can see that with you, especially on your right there. Heat's gonna clear that up. It would be oil, wait a couple minutes, 5 minutes, and then hit that real fast. I think you would be amazed at what the difference is. The mustache is dying to be longer. I think a little bit fuller because you grow a good mustache. I can see that. It's not like it's patchy. It's not like you have certain areas. That would be my other suggestion. And then your coloration, I think if you hit it with that heated brush as well, would really look sharp. And I think it would be a huge, you would never go back. You'd be using that brush frequently.
Yeah. And it does look like Billy Rogers, Vado. There's a subscriber guy in the community. It does look like him. So yeah, I don't have anything to add. I agree with the mayor entirely there. Super well covered. Hey, Steve. Good night, Mr. Bearded Bushido. Take care. If anybody has to leave, we totally understand, guys. So thank you for everyone being in here tonight as we go through. And yeah, great advice. I have nothing to add on that one. So we're gonna take a slight break here, and we're gonna answer some questions. If you have a question that you've been really wanting, especially beard advice, there's a lot of other questions out there that aren't relating to beards. Maybe save that towards the end. We have a lot of guys that are really coming, trying to get help for their beard right now. And we would love to be able to help you out. You recommend the full Brio kit or just the trimmer to start? Just a $30 difference.
The kit comes with a case, I believe.
So if it's the Pro, there's a case, there's the zero gap blade, and it's just like an organizer for the trimmers and stuff. I don't have the kit, so I can't necessarily say from my perspective.
Yeah, if the zero gap's included, that would almost cover the cost of it with a $30.
Yeah,
the case is useful. I end up getting like a dollar store basket for mine for the guards and things like that because I like it all in one place. I like to be able to find it. It just depends. The shorter your beard style, the more likely I would suggest anything you can get, because as you're doing the details and the touches and the things like that, you're going to need to fine tune a little bit, but that's just a matter of how you would use that. That would be my answer, I think.
Yeah. Yep. You're likely not going to regret getting some extra tools from them. They're just so good. Using a butter as a balm. Thoughts? A lot of guys do. Yep. A lot of guys have ditched balm and used it as a butter. Matter of personal preference. For me, I absolutely would pick butter over balm. Mora, it's an absolute pleasure meeting this fine bearded gentleman right here. I received 2 combos in the mail from Defiant. They were in the sun. Devilish. Now that they're cold again, but one is soft and one is hardened. Any fixes in that or leave it alone? Yep, Mora, just look up Dancy melted beard butter video, and it's going to take you step by step on that. Essentially what it is it melts, resolidifies. Sometimes you get some grit in there, some other issues that are going on. So check out that video. It'll help you. And there was somebody else who asked about something that I had a video for, and I totally forgot it. Do you remember seeing any questions on something that I had a video about? But guys, if you have a beard question, this would be the time to drop that question.
This is the 7th beard stretch. So
Yep. Everybody get your snacks, stand up a little bit, and and get all stretched out as we go through here. But yeah, great question on that one. Can using a heated brush be harmful to a beard? Yes, absolutely. If you're not doing what you're supposed to. So you want to make sure your beard is slightly damp. You want to make sure you're locking in that moisture and protecting the hairs with a good quality beard oil. And you want to make sure you wait at least about 5 minutes for that oil to really settle in, to absorb, to do its job. And then you want to find the right heat setting. David, I want you after this video to look up Dancy Bearded Too Much Heat, and it's going to tell you the exact range. I like to have what I call the 365 rule, the year rule. Don't go above 365 degrees. That is scientifically proven to be like a really good indicator of where the hair is going to start to get damaged. And then the 420 rule, not that one. The 420 rule is when it really is almost guaranteed to damage your beard. For me, I set my heated brush at 320, and I've never once had a problem. I use it every single day. So it can, but as long as you do it well, you should be fine without having that.
And pay attention to how your beard feels, because between brands of heated brushes, all that stuff, just listen. Like you can tell when you've overdone it, and don't do it again, and give it a break. You know what I mean? Give it a recharge. But brittleness, a healthy beard that's getting oil morning and evening, you can just tell when you've overdone it. And it doesn't mean there's no going back. It just means listen to the sign or read the signs. I don't know.
Phineas says, how do you navigate an employer that wants you to shave? I kind of got a 3-prong answer for there. One of them is tell them that you are not and see what happens. Another one is leave that job and find one where you could be yourself, because I genuinely mean this with every fiber in my body. I would never work at a job where I could not be myself. That may not be an option for everybody, but that's coming from my perspective. And then the third one, see if you have legal action, because many places they cannot tell you to do that. I'll give you an example. Think about if an employer told a female she had to shave her legs. That would be instant national news. That would be a massive lawsuit against that company. Why is your beard any different? If there's no health and safety concerns, right? If it is something that plays a role, maybe you can figure out a way to net it, to go about it differently. But I would either leave, tell them I'm not, or I would look for legal action, because there is no employer that is going to tell a female that she has to shave her natural leg hair. They should not be able to tell you have to shave your natural facial hair.
And you know your boss better than we do too. One of those approaches is going to be the best thing for it. And I got to give Dan a lot of credit, because his approach, which you didn't even mention, is just to be really, really, really good at what you do. So good that without question, you would never want to risk losing that employee.
You get the better you are, the more respected, you get a little bit of wiggle room.
You do.
Yeah.
And you earn it.
Mm-hmm. This was the question, Revis. Thank you. Huge gap in my beard. I have a forked beard. Any tips, Coach Dan? After this video, please look up French fork Dancy Bearded. That video will really help you. You have 2 main options for a French fork. Number 1, you can trim above or below, depending on the way you look at it. But if your beard is forking right here, you can trim above the fork, and voila, no more fork. Actually, you have 3 options. Number 2 is you can style your best to try to hide and avoid it. I have a French fork. I just do my best to style my beard to not have that French fork anymore. Or number 3, rock the heck out of that French fork and absolutely own it. Trim above it, style to hide it, or rock it. Those are really the only 3 things that you can do. All right. Zach says, my wife got me the Pro. While I don't use anything but the trimmer, just the fact that it came with the zero blade, and that's kind of what you were saying. That's pretty much the price difference right there. And I do use the zero gap. I do want to say you want to be careful with that zero gap, because it is a zero gap. There is nothing that is protecting that blade from going back and forth in your skin. So you want to make sure you're very calculated, dialed in. If there's an extra piece of skin hanging out, it will take that off. So when I use the zero gap, I actually don't make it an entire zero gap. I click it down 1 click.
See, because somebody had asked, I click mine all the way up normally when I'm using it. And then I didn't. The only time the zero gap I've ever tried it was just cleaning up my cheeks, and it kind of coming down.
Yeah, I use it on my neck.
Okay.
Yep. Same thing. So you go You go with it
down and just get the cheek hairs and clean up when I'm not doing the oil or when I want to, if there's something like sometimes I'll get like a really white, like you had like the lighter color hairs. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's good. It is really it's a fine detail tool and easy with that zero gap, especially to make mistakes. The thing I like about guards and using them for the sides is it is a guard. Like I never really understood how a guard worked on clippers before. And then it was literally fail safe. Like
it's a guide.
Whatever your guard is, it's not going to be any shorter than that.
Yep. With the small exception of angles.
And that's true.
So
I only go down.
Yep. Because when let's say your beard's coming this way, if you go up and you turn your trimmer at a certain angle, it's like golf, right? You have a wedge, it should be only going at a certain angle, but if you open that boy up, it changes the angle. So you got to make sure you're aware of your angles. I did a time lapse, like a sped up fast beard trim version, and I just thought it was fun and entertaining. And the mayor was like, no, people can pick up little things like how to hold the trimmer in a video like that. So if you're looking for something quick, I do have a super fast trim video of mine.
And you also did the first video I was ever in was me sitting over. You did my side with the Brio as well. And when you were holding it, it didn't even make sense to me how you were holding it.
I remember you telling me that.
I didn't see it in my head that way. So there's a ton to learn about technique and things like that. But it is, and we've talked about this compared to other ones out there. The battery is one of the biggest differences, that ceramic.
Yeah, you can find things on Amazon that look like it, that seem like they're cheaper. There are two things when it comes to trimmers where the expense is and where the quality is: the battery and the blade. You can get the plastic outer shell, the rubber outer shell, some of the insides, but where the true value is, where the real money is, the reason why it costs more than some is the blade and the battery. And if you don't believe on quality prices, go look up Babyliss. I did find out that's officially how you pronounce it. So take that, everybody. Babyliss, or something like a high-end one. But look up prices on Babyliss trimmers, and you'll see where real money is, right? Because it's in their quality. Babyliss is Italian, fantastic. Their motors are actually the motors that are the designers designed Ferrari motors.
Did you learn this at your thing this weekend?
I learned how to say Babyliss, but I knew the other stuff before because I have a Babyliss blow dryer.
Hundreds, and there.
Yep, several hundreds. Frank. Great question. Oh, and Alan said, when you use the zero gap on your cheeks, should you oil first? No, you never want to trim hair that is oiled. You want to make sure that hair is, it should be your normal routine, but it should be fully absorbed, fully just normal. You don't want to put oil on and then use something like a trimmer. That's only for razors. So,
and my go-to is actually the razor and the oil, just to be honest. Rather than the zero gap for that.
Mine is only using the Brio on my cheeks. I've never taken a razor to mine. So, but
preference style.
Razor fits a shorter beard better than mine. I'm not a big fan of that. My nighttime routine, should I put and we still have more beard advice, guys. I just know a lot of you had questions bottled up.
It seemed like
so we want to hit it.
That's your teacher sense.
Yep.
You felt like that it was boiling over.
Yep. So
let's hit them.
Should I put in beard butter before bedtime and apply let set? So Frank, beard butter is not really going to fully absorb in at any point as compared to beard oil, right? A good test to see if you've used too much beard oil is wait a half hour after applying it. If you run your hands through your beard and you still have grease on your hand or oil, you use too much. Beard butter and balm doesn't work that way because it coats the hair and stays on the outside. So do you need to wait? No, because there's not likely going to be a difference in a half hour and an hour when you're using quality beard butter. Just dial in not using too much. And if you do still see problems, look at getting a satin or silk pillowcase for your bed. So that's
unless you're like me and you squeeze it so much that it goes whoop. That it just slips off literally.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, the sound isn't real, but
I
wish it was.
Did the Jamaican sun and swim alter your beard routine?
I went to basics, flying obviously internationally during a global pandemic. They're paying close. It was a crazy the amount of time waiting to get out, get in, all the checks and things like that. But they definitely looked like customs definitely went through my beard oils, but I brought some oils. I brought my LCW. I brought heated brush, my favorite comb, favorite brush, bowl full of mush. No, I didn't bring that. That was already there. But I went to basics. So oil, stay washed, stay hydrated. Oil is huge. Like I know within half an hour if I've forgotten to put oil in the morning or at night, I can just feel it. Just doesn't feel like I had people I said, feel my beard. You know, we were talking to those people and I'm like, here's the difference, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm basically explaining something they didn't even know existed until 2 minutes ago. And
I
it's
love
always
that.
a weird conversation.
Welcome to my life.
How you you know, I'm like,
people always love it though. They're always like, wow.
Oh yeah. Well, you're not. And
they see the results.
It's awesome. Like,
they see the result. Yeah.
But that, you know, just basic routine for me when I was traveling.
Yep. D says back to wearing a mask. Is it better for a heated brush or blow dryer to fix the dip? Personal preference for me. I like using the blow dryer because I can get a little bit more control with that rounded brush or even a comb as compared to the heated brush. So for me, the dip is much easier with my length of beard because think about a heated brush. If I have a dip right here, I got to go through all those hairs. But if I just get a round brush, it works better. Yeah,
and I would have the opposite answer. Yep. I don't know. I have never had the length really to do the blow dry. So for heated brush, it's key. You know, you can target, you can go after those certain areas, let it sit. A lot of, you know, that's a big misconception is how do we use our heated brushes? And I think that's a big thing we'll continue to learn with because, you know, my wife has like a ceramic thing that closes and straightens. And we're just, you know, when we see that it's a brush, we think it's got to go through. It's got to go through fast. But, you know, there are areas where you can let it set up for a little bit.
Yep. Yeah. Do not ever use a flat iron or a closing iron on your beard. That will burn it so quickly. Is it okay to use oil and butter just once a day? Skipping nighttime routine? Absolutely. It's totally up to you there. I would just say, listen to your beard. If you feel like you wake up and your beard is like hard to run your fingers through, if you feel like it's extra dry, there's likely going to be some health and concerns in the long run. But if you feel like you wake up and your beard is light, it's nourished, it feels great, there's no need to do something else. Totally personal preference. For me, if I don't use products at night, I feel it in the morning. That is a fact. I know many of you are on the same boat there. But yeah, if it's not broke, you don't have to fix it. Your beard will tell you. Are there any differences in approach to your beard care routines once you get into your second year? Jimbo, I would say that there's differences in approach just with experience in general. I don't think it's necessarily like a second year rule. I do things differently now than I did last year, than I did the year before. And one of my biggest things, I was actually just thinking about this over the last couple of days. I do have some slight changes to my morning routine right now, but it's because of issues that I have. It's not because I changed things with my beard. I have different waves, different things that are coming about. I don't know exactly what's causing them, but I do know how to fix them. So I'm fixing them right now, still working on finding that cause. So I've adjusted my routine with what life has handed me, but it's nothing that's like, all right, I finished my year. What should I do differently now? Nothing that I can think of like that. Just experience, time, and altering it, which you naturally do with everything.
And it's, you know, like driving or anything like that. You get some routines, but you're always paying attention. You're always looking at reading the road. You can become a good driver. Your reflexes, what to look for, what to follow. Beards are like that too, you know, and it's not super, you know, for guys, that's a great question to ask because we weren't raised with like ever thinking that we would, you know, get into like taking care of our beards and having a beard. And, you know, my dad wasn't doing that, you know, there wasn't a lot to talk about, you know, grooming for men in a way.
Yeah. So I just bought a beard oil from some company. The ingredients are hemp seed, sweet almond, vitamin E, argan fragrance. Comments on the ingredients. On paper, they look fine. The big key thing is sourcing. The on paper can only tell you so much. You don't know if it's been sitting in an Amazon warehouse in the heat. You don't know where it comes from. There's a lot to that, especially once you start looking into those fragrance side of things. So just something to consider there. But on paper, there's no red flags. Can you add beard oil to an unscented conditioner? Jeff, I would never mess with a water-based product. Leave those alone. You can add it to butter. You can add it to balm. I'm going to say this again super clearly. I would never mess with a water-based product. I would even tell most companies they should never mess with water-based products because they just don't know what they're doing. And the end result of a water-based product change can be very problematic. You have people that have asthma and it can have mold. It can have issues that can actually hurt their health, not just their beard. So don't leave conditioner, leave wash, leave all those things to the pros. that's not something that you want to start adding things to.
Well, that's interesting because I bet it's not actually unscented. Sometimes things are labeled unscented. They do have like
A natural.
that you might want to change.
Do you guys take collagen peptides? So I've taken both. I actually have both sitting up in my closet right now. I have switched from collagen peptides, the powder form, to they're still peptides because it's just the method in which you take it. I've switched from the powdered form where you scoop it and put it in a beverage to the pill form from Beard Octane. Why? For me, it's so much easier. I don't drink warm beverages. If you drink coffee, putting some collagen peptide powder in your coffee, so easy. Done. It's going to dissolve and go in. With a cold beverage, it's really hard to get it fully disintegrated, and I hate drinking those chunks. Both work great, but my method, the vehicle that I prefer, is pills. Now, I don't know if you take collagen.
I have not.
Okay. Are different heated brushes, heat levels different? The quality is probably different. 200 degrees is 200 degrees. But just because it says on their little dial 200 degrees doesn't mean that's the actual reality. So it just depends on the quality of the reading. Right. Absolutely. The speedometer might be broken, might not.
And it, the longer the brush, like the teeth of the brush, the closer that heat is to, it's about where is that heat in relation to your beard.
Yep. And it depends on the style too. Some of those teeth are long, but it doesn't have a heating mechanism that goes all the way up. It's just like a base, and it's just a cheap thing that kind of combs through your hair. But some of them do have the heat mechanism going all the way through. So just know what you're getting into. I did make every single one of those Ginger Jamboree bottles, 240 of them, poured, labeled, capped, but I did not lick any of them, even for you weirdos that requested them.
You guys are always talking about licking stuff.
I know. Dan, your best ever since your last advice.
I did see how Joe looked at Eric when he said something. It was funny. I laughed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was your,
They like to clown me. They like to clown me. Awesome, man. I'm glad that the advice worked really well for you. Very curly beard hair and heated brush daily. Follow the process. Yep. Absolutely. If you guys do it right, you will be fine there. What order do you apply products with heat? You go oil, blow dry, and then butter or balm. Totally. And some people do it beforehand, but I don't recommend cooking that butter. It's a little bit different than an oil. But oil before heat, that's the most important thing. Everything else is kind of preference. All right, Mayor, what setting did you use with the Brio for a normal trip?
I slide the little adjuster guy all the way up so that it's as small as possible. And then for the sides, I use a 12 or a 14 millimeter. And I like the guards because you can flip them.
Yep.
And there's two sides, and they're not too bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeremy, have fun back at school, man. We go back Monday for PD for a week, and then we got students the following week. Thank you guys for what I do. Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate that. If I shaved my beard, Eric with an A, my employer would fire me. That's too funny and very, very true. Just kidding. He would not fire you. You are too valued.
I mean, if you got it caught in the wheel or something, he might just bill you for the repair.
Yes. So the company,
tough with them.
Nice. That's good. I'm glad the company came around. Is Beard Octane vitamin gummy enough? Absolutely. The vitamin gummy is kind of an overall, it's like a multivitamin for your skin and hair. It's going to give you the overall best health. It's going to help improve the growth a little bit. It's just overall really, really good for you. I don't even take a normal men's multi anymore. I use multivitamins from Beard Octane. I use multivitamins I have a review coming for Husky in the next several weeks, and I've been using their vitamins to get ready for that. See if I've been taking Beard Octane, see if I have any difference with Husky. You have to find out with the video as we come through. And guys, there's making our way through these comments. And again, we'll get back to that advice, but you guys have some fantastic questions, comments, and hopefully you guys
enjoy that.
Exactly. Yeah. How should I brush the bottom of my beard, up or down? And Joshua does have a shorter business beard type, African-American, that kind of curly style. Someone with a business beard shorter, what would you say for him?
I would go, I use brush. So he's not talking about a heated brush, but just,
I think he's just talking about a straight up brush.
Yeah, no, but still the bottom of it.
Bottom, yep.
I like to come out towards my nose, out this way, because we always talk about these guys are the supporting characters to make this pops, to make the chin hairs like go. So the actual true bottom, I brush out. Otherwise, just down. Always go with the flow. That's the only thing that's different.
I agree. Once your beard starts to face the ground, then you start to go out and down towards the ground. So is the Pro the only one that has zero gap? So the zero gap is an attachment. It's something that the Pro is a kit. So there's no difference of the Brio Beardscape Pro versus not Pro. The zero gap comes in the Pro kit, or you can just buy the zero gap separately. If you already have, and this is a good thing to bring up, a lot of guys like the Pro doesn't help me because I already have a Brio. So you can just buy the zero gap separately.
And it literally just snaps in and out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the zero gap.
Brian, do you recommend recording your trim and learning from it?
Oh.
Recommend? No. And I'm going to give you one very specific reason. You get nervous as hell when you trim your own beard, especially when you record it. I feel so much better about myself when I trim and I don't record it. I feel guilty because I know it's good content. I know people like to see it, but I don't really learn much from it because, you know, if you mess something up trimming your beard, you know, live in the moment. You don't need to relive that. So I would not do that just because I know what that feels like to trim your beard on camera. And you're always in the back of your head thinking, well, this doesn't go well. If this doesn't go well, I'm gonna have some video of it. So
that's a great.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Let's talk about how do we get better. And it is practice. The only other thing I would suggest is focusing on one area at a time. Maybe you just work on your mustache one time because we do have such a limited amount of focus and patience, and it is kind of a big deal for us. So maybe go mustache and but don't try to do everything all at once.
Yeah. Regan, is beard balm pointless? No, absolutely not. Beard balm has a place in the beard care industry. The main place that it has is for styling and hold. If you need help, you got flyaways, it is going to help with styling and hold. Now, I don't want to give a general blanket term and say it's good for short beards because the mayor you don't use balm, right? Very rarely. So you just, and some people missay that and they say, oh, balm's for short beards. No, it's not. If you have it dialed in and you really know what you're doing with the trimming and the styling, you don't even need balm with a short beard. And vice versa, there's some guys with long beards that really like to lock it in and have that style and hold. It's just personal preference, but more and more people are coming to the side of letting that beard move, letting that beard breathe, and not using it. But no, I would not say that it is pointless.
And I think it just has a balm as high wax, so you can feel it. You can feel it on your beard, and some people just kind of aren't into that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need the control too.
Give us a tip on eating with a beard. Eating with a beard is easy. There is zero issues with a beard other than like catching crumbs and stuff, but that's not that big of a deal. The mustache is the hard part. I do have a video on that. So, Jean, after this stream, if you could look up eating with a big mustache, my video should be the first one that pops up for you. Essentially, you just have to adjust the way you eat. I haven't eaten pizza traditionally in years. I cut it up and eat with a fork and knife. You may say that that's not manly. That's okay. You can keep judging while I stay clean and enjoy my food. So that would be my biggest advice here. What is LCW I hear you say all the time?
The lather condition wash, all-in-one beard octane wash.
Yep. So it's a straight up beard wash. People get confused with that term conditioning. Remember, there are two different versions of conditioning. I have a video on that too. But there's two different terms here. It is not a conditioner in any way. It's a daily gentle beard wash. So it's one of the absolute best of all time. One of the best of all time. Get a beard specific mask if you can. Yeah, absolutely. The airport denied mine though. So that was a shutdown. Is it okay to apply beard oil before leave-in conditioner? Kevin, no. I would not recommend that. The job of a leave-in conditioner is to deeply penetrate the hair. And no matter how hard you try, when you apply beard oil, even if you're going to just really dial it into the skin, there's still oil that's going to get on that hair that's porous and doesn't have any oil yet. So no, I do not recommend oil before leave-in conditioner. So that would not be something that would be good. Has anyone had a new scent from City Limits from Fresh Beards? I have not. I saw it looks real slick. They have some new labels, but I've not tried it. It's not designed for that. I would say no, Mr.
I don't think
Katie.
You get it to lather up right.
And the reason why I would say no is because Beard Octane has an FBW, face and body wash. So if they have a product designed for your face, it's essentially saying that the other product is not for your face. However, I do use their pine tar soap on my face and absolutely love it. Good night, Brio. Once again, Mayor, final words as Brio takes off here for your Brio affiliate that's in the chat.
Guys, like I said, this was a big difference maker in me keeping this beard, staying with the beard, because it gave me control. It's a very easy to use, plug and play kind of thing. It makes sense. consider it as a tool for you, or you guys are out there. Many of you, many people in this chat already have a Brio Beardscape and use it, and you can attest to its reliability.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't something that was a big deal for us and really a quality product that really helps.
And we're giving one away at the end of the show. Don't forget, we are giving one away, hopefully in the next half hour or so. I'm sure diet can affect your beard. John, oh my goodness. Diet and hydration internally, what you intake, how much water you drink, the food are the two biggest factors on your beard health.
Silently,
Number one.
Doug's thinking, please don't ask for all the videos on diet and water.
Yeah, John.
Doug's already got like 10 videos linked today.
Doug's the man.
It's going up.
John, man, I talk about it probably twice a month in videos. It's that important. So yes. Your beard is an indicator of your health. If you are not feeling well, your beard is going to feel it first. And the reason behind that is because your body sees your hair as being expendable. Your body says in a survival mode, you do not need this hair to live. You need things like your heart, your lungs, all those internal organs. So if you're sick, it's going to prioritize all your nutrients to those vitals. The first thing that goes is your hair and nails. Number one is your hair and your nails. So yes, that is a massive indicator for sure.
I moved the beef jerky bag because I heard I was being a little loud with it. So
did somebody say that?
Yeah,
you almost every week are really loud with stuff. And it's like, I can't say it because then I'm rude. And I have brought up before, but then I'm rude with it.
I'm very sensitive.
And you're fidgety. Wait
till you get my kid in your class.
Well, I'm fidgety too,
Okay.
but for some reason on camera, I can click it off.
Well, like
at least you don't do this one. Drove people crazy.
Right.
You were always doing that one. So
well,
yeah, was it Leo that pointed it out?
Millions of people have reached out to me.
Dominic said, I just got over COVID. I'm glad. I hope you're doing well. Now I'm in bed with pneumonia. Okay, now I guess you're not doing that well. I feel my beard is thinning. What can I do to counteract? Get healthy. Straight up, Dominic, get healthy. There is nothing else you can do.
First things first.
Yep. Truly. That whole statement I just had about beard health, listen to that. Number one, you need to get healthy. That's all that matters. Nothing else is going to matter. Can you tell the sourcing by the feel and beard? Can you tell the sourcing by the feel and beard? Like the quality of products, most likely if you're really dialed into your beard, right? If you're an experienced beardsman and you try something, oftentimes the only kind of caveat that I have there is it may not just be for you, right? The blend might not work. For me, if you were to ask me, can I tell quality sourcing from trying it? Yes, I can. Can hemp seed oil be too dry for your beard?
I wouldn't.
If it doesn't agree with your chemistry and your body DNA, it is possible. But for most people, no. Hemp seed oil is a freak of nature, fantastic ingredient. Freak of nature, fantastic one. So yes. Okay. And if I miss anything, guys, again, I'm not trying to do that. Yeah. If we had some beard octane bath bombs, my goodness.
I have been sent bath bombs, but not
from Whiskey and Heart Attack. Yep.
I don't think they even do those anymore.
Biotin B7, is that something for your beard, guys? Unbelievably, yes. John, two of my most popular videos are on biotin. Just look up Dancy Bearded Biotin. I know he's got a shorter stubble goatee, which is awesome. He's probably not too concerned with growing more hair. Just remember, it will grow all hair more. But yes, I take 10,000 mcgs of biotin every day before my last meal without caffeine an hour before or after. So yes. Can you imagine? No, I can't. I physically have tried many times. I cannot picture the mayor with a yurt. I can't. I don't know why. I just can't do it. I don't think the show would be the same.
Right.
I want to have the same feel. It'd be like Robin Big and like Rob growing and me and Big.
Right.
Can't do it. Have you tried Beard Octane's vitamin gummies? Many times. I've probably finished 12 bottles because I've had it for years now. So yes. Dean, you are the one, my man. You were the only one that emailed me to sign them. I did sign yours. I did not sign any others because nobody else emailed me on that. So yes, I did. Hey, Mark, welcome on in. When are we going to get a character artist to make you into a Pokemon? That'd be cool. That would be really
like
cool.
The top. Would you rather be a Pokemon or get verified?
Verified now. Yeah, immediately.
Oh, real? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I want to be verified real bad.
Beard is Zord.
What
type would you be? Sorry.
I don't know. I got denied on Instagram again. I just applied. They have a new application method. I was like, I'm going to be in. And you have to put links to articles about you. I had 7 of them, which was the limit. Didn't get in. So if If anybody has the hookup at Instagram, help me out. Help me out.
An overnight success usually takes about 15 years.
Hey, somebody posted that today. 5 to 10 minutes after applying oil, you can apply balm or butter. Is using heat every day bad for hair? Heat every day bad for hair, even using oil? No. That's one of the greatest misconceptions there is. I had a comment battle on Facebook, which I rarely ever do, but sometimes it's fun to flex a little bit, with a company owner that was adamant that heat is killing your beard. All I asked him to do was provide a scientific source for that, and he could not do it. Even though I provided many to the contrary, he just kept coming back with ignorant statements. So, Chris, that is something that generations have told, and they're actually wrong on. There are many benefits to using heat when it's well done in moderation. And that is so, so important there. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. I've already placed 3 hours of beard octane. Nice. One more. Nice. Yeah, LCW should be back next week. Once it is, the mayor will get an update on the group immediately. Yep, on the group immediately. Dan, why would you use a vitamin from a source other than a vitamin shop? Nick H, because these companies work hand in hand with vitamin sources that they dialed in for your beard care. When you go to a store like GNC, they are not going to have something that is designed for your beard. Beard Octane designed their vitamins with a supplier, a very reputable supplier for your beard. That is specifically what they did. It's not the same as a men's multi because they wanted to adjust the dials here, a little bit of there. Let's get this going specifically for your facial hair. They don't make them. They're not capsulizing these pills in their lab. Eric's not over there like hustling away, filling pills in a press, but they do work hand in hand. They're not buying bulk and then putting their name on it. They're specifically working with those companies to design the best product possible for your beard. So great question. And I would like to say great answer.
Great answer. I wish Eric was somehow having to do each. I don't know why.
Jason, I don't know this one. Is it true your body has a hard time processing vitamin pill form? I don't know. I don't. I've casually heard that, but I'm not sure. Yep. You know anything on that?
The gummy lobby would have you believe that.
Right. That's nothing in our wheelhouse. That's probably not even a topic I would dive into for a video because I cannot even imagine the biased sources out there with that, like you said. So I can't. I'm not going to touch that one. Is biotin really necessary? If you like the rate of growth of your beard hair, no. It doesn't do much more than make your beard grow faster. It'll add a little bit of strength to it, but no, absolutely not necessary if you're healthy and you have everything. You can't say balm in an airport. Oh, yeah, you got to be careful what that sounds like. I gotcha. A lot of videos use terms medium to long beard. How would you define this? I got you, Rod. Medium to long beard. A short beard is something that wraps and contours to your face.
Rocking a short beard.
Yes. Once your beard starts to point down towards the bottom, or towards the ground, you have a business beard. A medium beard is up to 6 inches. 6+ is a long beard. That is from the exact definition of Dan C's brain. That's
what else you need.
Yeah, there's nothing more than that. But yes, corn on the cob I don't eat corn on the cob. Sam cuts my corn off the cob. So yes. After oil and styling, if I use balm, it actually messes up my styling. Same here. Am I using it wrong? Nope. It's probably just not for you. Nope. You are good. It's all personal preference there. All personal preference. Yeah, I'm excited for that, Movado. I usually don't say what I'm reviewing, but I did mention it in my video today. If you guys have not watched my video today on squalene oil, one of the most interesting and unusual carrier blend stories carrier oil stories that you can have. All right. Or wait till after the stream. Then, all right. Pine tar soap. Yeah. Pine tar is head hair, face, beard, body, booty, everything. Yep. You're good to go.
It's definitely a reset on a beard.
Yes.
You don't want to use it every day.
Exactly. Well said. How's the maintenance for the Brio? I've never maintained it at all. I've had it for over 3 years and I've done nothing.
I put a little of the oil that comes with it.
I've never done that.
Just because there's friction there, like before I use it, but that's it.
Yeah.
I literally have charged it once.
I've charged it once maybe twice in 3 years. It's crazy because of the short shelf life of grapeseed oil. So Rainbow grapeseed oil has many. I got to make an updated video on this. Some grapeseed oil, a lot of grapeseed oil does have a short shelf life, but there are versions of quality grapeseed oil that are not the shortest. It really depends on sourcing. If a beard oil has it first on the ingredient list, would you recommend people not to buy and use? No, grapeseed oil is a fantastic ingredient. It's thin, it's fast absorbing. It works really well if it's a good quality product. Shelf life is one of the things that is overblown and overanalyzed and exaggerated, right? Even with something like grapeseed oil, let's say it's not the greatest quality. Let's say the shelf life is 6 months. Most people use a bottle of beard oil in a month. You could baby the heck out of that and it's going to last. Now, the people that I've only mentioned in videos, I've been actually specific about this, that may want to look at avoiding that are people who have big collections. If you have a big collection, maybe you want to go to that 2, 3, 4, 5 year shelf life and just consider that. But if you're buying it to use it, you have no issues there. Answer to the beard question, hydrate. Yeah, right. Most of the time we can talk about hydration. Is it okay not to use oil, balm, and butter, or is it okay to use? No. So I recommend oil and balm, oil and balm, or butter. I do not recommend using both. Essentially, if you put on butter and then balm over the top, then you're suffocating the beard. You're likely going to clog some pores. One or the other on those. Oil first.
Let me throw some at you.
Hit them.
I have found that I do not use butter on nights when I use conditioner.
Interesting.
I feel like the conditioner coats and the butter just kind of adds to it and makes it almost like heavy. Is there anything you've ever heard about that where
yeah, so if you're using a good quality conditioner, you just want to make sure you're rinsing it thoroughly because it is water-based. The ingredients are meant to break down in water, so they're going to do their job. But the main purpose of it is really to dive in. There is some coating, but where the coating comes in is it coats like the imperfections of the beard to let you like comb through easier. So if it is feeling like it's too coated, you might not be rinsing it out enough.
Okay.
Or you're getting it too close to the skin, which is a lot easier to do with a short beard. Does the beard code, does the link work with any Brio product?
Yeah,
it does. And I used that was the first thing I told the mayor is I said, Sam actually told him the toothbrush has changed our lives.
They sent me the toothbrush.
Oh, good.
I've used it. I walk by and see it and use it. It doesn't feel like anything I've ever used for a toothbrush.
If you don't believe me, you guys know Sam does not bite her tongue. Sam does not bend the truth at all. Not that anybody does, but for whatever reason, people believe her more. It has changed our lives. We will never go back to anything else. I gotta say, I just subscribed and my beard has never felt better. Hey, thank you, Noah. That's all it takes is just to subscribe.
Knowing is half the battle.
That's awesome. David, and I'm very, very, very passionate about this point. Trim your beard from the state in which you wear it. The only exception is don't use solid products like balm or butter. So if you use heat, if you comb out, if you comb down, whatever your personal preference is, trim your beard from that point. That's really, really important for me.
Including dried out.
Yeah.
The way you want it to look.
Yes.
And it's basically like cutting around and sculpting out the thing you're going for.
Yep. Is keto good for beard or bad? I don't know much about the keto diet, so I can't say.
But losing weight and being healthy wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Usually.
I would think
the proteins, though.
If it's missing proteins, then no, it is not good for your beard. But I don't know what the keto diet is. Protein is unbelievably important for the health of your hair, all hair, but especially a beard, because we have protein, which then turns into, there's a whole lot to it, but I don't know much about that keto. Sorry. Viking Revolution, a solid entry-level beard product for your very first beard kit. The reason why it's good is it has oil, it has balm, it has wash, it has conditioner. It's okay. Is it high quality? No. Is it going to make your beard fall out? No. But it is. I recommended it to somebody this week. They said, I want to buy an all-in-one kit, something that's at a fair price. That's not a bad option to go with. Okay. Wrapping up the questions here, guys, and then we are going to get into
I think we could go another hour.
I know. I love it.
How great is that?
Sometimes I do Question Friday. Oh my gosh. I thought we were at the end there, but we are not. In all seriousness, can you fail a drug test using CBD products? No, you cannot.
I would say it's impossible.
For a 50 milligram CBD beard oil bottle, this test said you would have to drink like 620 of them in a day to fail a drug test. So no, you cannot. But if you if you don't want to risk it, go with something that is pure isolate or something that just simply doesn't have the THC element in it. Coming in late is what is the mare's beard goal?
To look good.
Yeah, just same as me.
Just get a little longer in the fall.
Just enjoy the journey.
Yep.
You rock Social Beard. Thank you. How's the deal with Joe Rogan? Nothing yet. Yep, no additional information from him yet. Is there a way to sign up for the giveaways? There is. There's a link in the description, and I will put a link in the chat right now. We are going to give away a Brio Beardscape. We're making you guys wait for this one, but it's a good one. So that's the good news here. Have you heard of Jay's Beard Co? Yeah, I have actually. My morning beard routine was with Jay's Beard Co. And then I have a review in the future coming for them. So again, I don't usually say that, but had to give that information out a little bit. Okay. Yes, absolutely. All of the beard products are great for women. It's essentially like versions of hair and nails. All keratin is keratin. The only difference is when you want to make sure you are dialing in for facial hair. But yes, it will work for women 100%. 100%.
Yes, Beard Octane puts the care in keratin. No, they don't. I mean, you can't really do that. But that was a pun. That was a line. Keratin. Wasn't that one of the Care Bears? Remember those? You're too young.
Don't break off from that epic moment right there. Beard Joe, Eric, trademark it now. Beard Octane puts the care in keratin. Our beard is literally keratin. That moment just happened, guys.
Wow.
That just happened there.
I was just being obnoxious.
Won the giveaway today for Oil Bomb. I chose Fabricator. Is that one you'd recommend? Fabricator is a very manly scent. It's not one of my favorites.
I like it.
But it's Mara loves like tobacco, vanilla. It's in that kind of vein and that kind of world. So it's not in my preference, Caleb, but I can like it and enjoy it. Yes, Craig, 6 1/4 inch. I would consider to be a long one. Do you still do scents? Nope, I've not tried their products in, 4 or 6 months. Some vitamins are water soluble. Yep, and can be taken. Yep. In any of them, Brandon, I break those down in my beard vitamin video. I tell you if it's soluble and when you should be taking it, all that stuff. Where's length measured from? The chin? Jimbo, great question. So length is measured from the bottom of your bottom lip to the longest part of your beard. Now, if that's something like the mare, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but that is the competition method of measuring. The mare's beard would be from there to that point. Now, are any of his hairs that long? No, they're not. But here's the reasoning behind it, at least in my head. When you look at the mare, you see the beard as one mass. When you see it as one mass, his beard looks about that big. So that's how much you measure it. But for me, it is from here down to here. Are any of my beard hairs that long? Yes, they are. That just kind of happens with time.
I feel like we've talked about the length of my beard. I'm like at my moment of shortness.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're attacked?
No, I don't. I just think it's random.
Noah, if Canadian companies reach out to me, I'd be happy to. As most people in here know, I am not out there searching for companies. I've never once emailed a company for a review. Companies that want to be featured on the channel, they reach out to me. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of Canadian companies, and especially not a lot of quality Canadian companies. Their barrier of entry is very difficult and very high. You can get started in the United States with very little. There's not a lot of issues in the United States, but in Canada, in the UK, in Australia, it's much, much harder.
And we don't know what that's all about.
Jordy, not off the top of my head. I got to meet Jordy this weekend too. Great dude. All right, Ryan, take care, my man. All right, let's go ahead. Oh man, okay. All right, real quick here. Ellie, I've never tried that one. Can't help you there. Do you ever? Not right now. I don't have plans for them, but who knows what the future will bring. Thoughts on ostrich oil? Love it. One of my favorites, but I can't use it on a daily basis. I can only use it once or twice, then I gotta give it a break.
Super softening.
Makes my beard real soft. It depends on how you do it. If you're pulling, if you're snagging, yes, it can cause damage. If you got calloused, like working man hands, then yes, it can damage. If you got soft teacher hands like us, then no, you're probably gonna be okay.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, he's red. He's got pedicured there.
I did not get I've never had that.
All right.
I do take bats. I am not.
We are back to the advice, everybody. You guys are animals with the questions. I hope that was helpful for you.
All right. This is Alex B. It's an update. It says, thanks for your advice. This is my do-yourself beard trim. and I think it turned out well. Probably the most extensive beard trim I've ever done. Hope it can be featured on next Wednesday's episode.
Well, here you go.
Wednesday.
Boom, boom, boom. Did that trim? If you remember, we saw like the bands of the beard here because of the stripes. He trimmed. Great job, Alex. Genuinely great job. Yep, I think you did fantastic. All right, and I got to highlight this question, even though we're moving on questions, but Isaac has started back from my very first video, and he's watching every video and every live stream in order, which is terrifying to me because to think about that back then. But shout out to Isaac.
That's hot. You know what I've been doing lately? My one video, I don't play much because I try not, it just eats time, but my favorite video game lately has been Rocket League, and I just have my Chromebook, and I just loop DNC. I just listen and I pick up little things all the time.
That's cool. Thank you.
Gives you a view each time.
And that helps out the channel, especially the watch time. So Isaac, appreciate you. Mayor, anybody else do anything like that? I know Tim used to watch while he was at work. So thank you guys. Any advice on growing a mustache? I've been trimming mine right above the lip. Is there a terminal length for it? Oh yeah. Most people hit their terminal length on mustache well before the rest of their beard. It's just usually you have the jawline. The higher up you go, the lower you go is when it gets a little bit less. Any advice? Just patience, my man. Truly patience. Stop trimming if you want it to go through. But yeah, just patience. That, as Jimbo said there, don't trim it. That's one way to grow.
We are our own worst enemies on mustaches.
Yeah.
If we can get past the tickle, whatever, we're good.
Yep.
All right, this is Jeff.
That's a good
has
one.
An update. Hey, Nancy and the mayor, you may recall that I asked for some advice back in March when my year was up, and because of COVID-19, there are no barbers in Ontario, Canada.
Not far from us.
They were closed, and I am just not confident in doing it myself. Finally, the barbers were allowed again to do a beard service, and it took me almost a month to get in since they are booking up fast. Here are the results. But here are the results of the now 16-month beard. FYI, I did a trim back neckline and faded the sideburns, but I think I went down too far. So I just let it grow until now.
Okay. Hey, Captain Stash, welcome on in. Okay. Boom.
Yes. Yes.
We're going to let the chat take this one.
Worth waiting for.
Dude. And I do have to say, and I know a lot of people are going to agree with me, the before is wonderful.
Yeah, true.
The after is
some
wonderful.
That might prefer that.
Dude, you have a canvas that is just magnificent. Dude, there's Jeff right there. This is beyond. This isn't a flex week, but this is an update of an unbelievable flex.
I would be surprised if he doesn't have people touch.
Because
his coloration is so cool and unique. Like, is that real? Did you dye it like that? I wonder if he ever has those questions because it's just awesome.
Yeah, I get beard compliments, like things like, "Oh, it's the greatest beard I've ever seen in my life." That one has to get absurd compliments because that is an unreal beard, man. Great trim. I don't think you could do any wrong to that beard. You can do whatever you want. Yeah. You can do whatever you want, and it's going to be great. Yep, just keep it, and you're good, dude. Jeff, thanks for sending that update. Looks great. Very, very happy with it.
All right, this is Marvin, the Bearded Dragon. Any gray advice? Teach. My beard is 4 inches, and if I let it grow to 6 to 8 inches, it's too thin at the bottom.
Okay. All right. So we got Marvin here. Said if he lets it grow, it's too thin at the bottom. Any advice? Keep maintaining it where it's thick. That would be my advice if it was me. Goodness. That's right, Eric. That would be my advice. If you just realize, hey, I don't have those supporting actors to go longer than that, I'm finding that my limit is at about 12 inches. Once I go beyond this, it starts to thin out at this current moment in my life. For you, if you found that limit, just keep trimming right there and just keep maintaining where it's at. And you found a recipe for success because that is a glorious beard, man.
That's something to be really
similar color to the last beard.
Yeah.
He's got that kind of rustic, that white, that silver in there. Marvin, man, looks really, really, really nice. I would just maintain where you feel confident and where you feel like it's thick and dense.
Agree.
Yeah.
Looks great. And if you're, I feel like you know your beard well enough. I don't think there's any magic fix for that. I love the style. It would be, kind of crazy to tell you differently. I think you found a look and you're there.
Yes. Brian Carter says that hat. slightly choking, like a quarter of a choke. It's not full out, but it's still there a little
Sometimes
bit.
I do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've had a good one on stream before.
Couple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, this is James. James says, I work outside in the sun all day and sweat tremendously and get sunburned a lot. What is your advice on taking care of my beard? Can I put beard oil on a dirty face and beard?
Okay.
I feel like my face and my skin and my hair should be clean before I put on beard oil. Do you recommend any products that I can use to put on at the beginning of my day that would help prevent the sweat and salt buildup and dirt buildup? Should I trim my mustache and chin hairs? Lots of questions. Mustache and chin hairs to be the same length as my cheek. And so he had the first question. It was like 2 emails.
Yeah, so I'm gonna come through and break it down one by one. Let's take a look at his beard first. All right, and then we're gonna come back and go one by one here. So first impressions, regardless of those questions, we're gonna pop back to it. How can I come into this? While you guys are looking at this, you are going to, if you want to join, there's actually a pinned comment in the chat. And you're going to email beardadvicelive@gmail.com. So first impressions, what do you got, man?
He obviously is a thinner beard. He's got slow growth on the cheeks. A little does better with the chin and the mustache.
Yep.
I would think you might clean it up a little bit to as you wait for these guys to fill in more. If it's jumping out at you. The other thing is that there might be a style that we might want you to consider.
Yeah. So let's go here. All right. Step by step. I work outside in the sun and I sweat tremendously and get sunburned a lot. What's your advice on taking care of my beard? Well, I actually helped Ruddy Man develop a beard oil that is meant to protect the sun. So you might want to look into that. That could be something that really works for you, James. If you need a link, please message me. I'll send you a link and a discount code and all that stuff. But that is literally meant to get the sunlight and the UV rays to bounce off of your beard and protect it a little bit better. Can I beard oil a dirty face and beard? No, you do not want to apply beard oil to a dirty face and beard. What that's going to do is block your pores. It's going to cause problems, inflammation, pimples, beard drift down the road, stunt growth. Do not apply beard oil to a dirty, a salty, sweaty beard. None of that.
The oil and oil, wouldn't it?
Your own
natural oil.
Yep. Yeah. As well as dirt, as well as sodium. Yeah, you just don't want that. Okay, your face should be clean. Your hair should be clean. Do you recommend any products that I can buy and use to put at the beginning of the day to help with the sweat and salt buildup and dirt buildup? So, James, what you're going to want to do is you are going to want to have a clean beard, have clean pores, clean hair, and apply beard oil and beard oil only. Do not use beard butter. Do not use beard balm. Do not use beard wax. Do not use any other products when you're going to work. You want that beard to be as light and as free as possible, giving all that stuff a chance to just kind of rinse out of your face. If this is the situation you have, this is the job, this is your life, just don't stress about it, my man. Put that oil in, go to work, do your thing, make some money, do all that hard work stuff. And then when you get home, wash your beard, reapply beard oil. And then if you want to throw some butter in afterwards, put some butter in. But don't stress on it. Don't worry about it. But definitely do not like midday put more oil in. Nothing like that is going to help. It's just going to make it worse. Okay, now the styling side. Should I trim my mustache and chin hairs to all be the same length as my neck and my cheek hairs? No, I would not recommend that. Any help with the patchiness? So kind of twofold here for you, James.
And he did in his email. I just didn't have enough room for it. I believe he does use the castor peppermint mixture.
Yep. So nothing more than that. I would consider keep doing that. So what the mayor was kind of hinting. So I would definitely do not trim down your chin and your mustache. That is the star of your show. That is what you are rocking. So couple of options that you can do for styling. Give them one.
I would definitely say maybe even heated brush or just get started with that, because you do have like the nesting, but like for styling wise, just keep what you can on point. Whether it's your chin and your mustache grow really well, so make those kind of like the focus, and like don't take any body out of them, but brushing, trimming, things like that.
Okay. I was Jason Kidd throwing you the rock.
Yeah.
You scored, but I thought you were taking a three.
I drove the lane.
You drove the lane, but I liked it. It was a nice dunk. So what I was dishing to you is I was thinking Van Dyke.
Oh, yeah.
Or
actually, when we drew it up
I probably used the wrong
Right.
word there. Yeah. Instead of I should have said trimming. That's on coach. That's on me. Or a goatee. So if we are looking at trimming, you could go with a Van Dyke, which, James, would be leaving the mustache, leaving the chin the same, and then going real short stubble on the sides. or you can just straight up get rid of the sides and rock a goatee. Regardless, I do want to see you clean up the neck here. So you see this stuff down here, you see the stuff underneath your neck. You're not going to have length right now, so you don't need to worry about those supporting actors that can come in down the road. But I would really go in, buzz this, shave this off the neck there. And this is killer, man. Your mustache and your chin coverage with the soul patch is absolutely stylish. It's absolutely potentially purposeful. Right now, it's not exactly purposeful because it looks like you're just growing, which is a part of growing a beard. That's a big part of it. But now you want to go in. We really want to style it. James, this is my final advice. Let me hit him with this. My final advice, leave this alone entirely. Get a Brio and really buzz down the sides. I would go with like the lowest guard possible. Keep the stubble, though. I want to see some color on those cheeks. Yep, I want to see some color. I don't want to go full goatee. I want to go down as low as you can. And then I do want to go in with a zero gap or a razor and clean up underneath on your neck. I think when people see that, they're going to say like, whoa, that is a super cool facial hair style. I think that would be awesome.
That was great advice.
Hey, thank you.
As soon as you mentioned like cleaning up the neck, like with the zero gap or something like that from Brio, it's intentionality. You know, and that's what it's all about. You're going to have a short beard style by then. With the kind of the random natural growth, sometimes the people think you just haven't shaved or whatever, but by deliberately doing that, it's going to dial it in. It's going to be a huge difference.
Yep. Hey, JAL, I didn't put it together. That's who you are. Awesome, man. I'm glad to put a face to the name. Thank you guys. You're awesome. I just started growing. I'm impatient. So are we. We all are. I decided I was going to get these cameras on Friday. I was out of state until yesterday, and I got them yesterday. So I am extremely impatient when I make my mind up. But James, I think that is the key. Clean the neck up, go short on the sides, and we need an update. I'm not even giving you the option, James, because I know you love this channel and everything. Do that and then send me that update, because that's gonna look really cool. Really, really cool. So you have some great style that's on the way, my friend. Out of the store brands you've tried, which would you recommend? Honest Amish. Done. Next.
It's got good parts.
Yep. What's the best way to work on a soul patch? I'm not quite sure what you mean by work on it. If you're working on growing it, just grow. If you're working on styling it, I'll pass to the mayor because he's the soul patch king.
Well, you have to ride out the awkward moments. And if you're looking to get it long, get that coverage on the chin, it's going to be straight out for a while. It's going to be weird. But that is that's a beard tipping point. A lot of guys never get past that. You have to be able to just have patience with that.
That was a big thing for you.
It was. Mm-hmm. And, you were very polite, but you always would say, the chin, I could still see your transparency, your things like that.
Yep.
And, kind of let me go my own way, Fleetwood Mac, but also
Stevie Nicks
guided me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But I'm excited for this update. I think that's going to be a really, really good one. And the UV, the beard one is from Ruddy Man. Send me a message and I can give you a link. I can give you a discount code, all that stuff. But Ruddy Man. All right. Chris.
All right, gentlemen. Ooh. I'm a month or two from me having my beard for a year.
Congrats.
I can't make up my mind on what I want to do. Let it keep growing. Keep it at this length, trim it back, or whatnot. I'm open to any feedback, good or bad. No heated brushes in my routine. Let me have it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know who the ladies are, but
we got ladies in the chat.
Right.
Come on, Mayor.
He's probably home from work right
ladies,
now.
Where you at? I haven't heard from a lot of them tonight, but
ladies.
Nick Gates says Everyman Jack is using ostrich oil. I did not hear that. I'm very surprised that a store product will be carrying ostrich oil. Interesting, Nick. Thanks for sharing. All right. Boom! Big beard by Chris over there. All right, so he's approaching a year. Chris, is that a straight up yeared? Like that's from
no heated brush?
No. Oh,
didn't he?
He did. No heated brush in my routine, unless I read that incorrectly.
Maybe he straightens it with
because that's an important. Okay, probably. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably a blow dryer. All right, Chris, if you're in here, is it a blow dryer and not heated brush?
Because that's a straight beard.
Yes. Yeah, that's definitely a straightened beard. If that's natural, slap me, throw me in the laundry sideways, something like that. That that's wild. There's all the ladies. There are all the ladies. I think Amanda's in here. If that's a straight up yeared and not quite a yeared, that's freakish growth, man. Unless you started from like a mare beard and grown, but that is you are a pro. Oh yeah, it's wolf. Okay. I've trimmed 2 inches off total, and yes, and I only use a blow dryer. Okay, so we knew there was a blow dryer. All right, Mr. Wolf, Amanda's still here. Mr. Wolf, are you saying that was starting from like 0 and then from there growing? Because that's
epic.
That's epic growth. Like epic. Like I have freakish growth, but you would put me to shame. That is a faster growing beard than mine. All right. Styling. He just wants general advice. Yeah. All right. I got one for him. So what I would do from 0, dude, you're a freak. You animal. And I'm not just saying that because your name. That's freakish growth. Hey, Molly just got in right as you were kind of talking about that. Freakish growth, my man. So advice, he said, and he put in there, like, just give it to me. Like, don't hold back. I'm a man. I got hunting gear on right now. My advice is your beard, your shape, and everything is fantastic. I would just dial back the heat a little bit. For my preference, and it's all preference. That is it. Oh, yeah, exactly, Aaron. I agree. For my preference is I would not straighten it out as much. I would just dial it back. Still use heat. Still straighten your beard. But don't go as hot or as long. You can tinker with either of those sides. Using it for too long will make it go too straight, or using it for too hot will make it go straight. I've never gone above the medium setting on my blow dryer. I've never gone above 320 on my heated brush. So that would be my advice to that is just simply, embrace those curls, embrace the texture a little bit. I am in love with that side beard shape, so I don't want you to lose the shape. I don't want you to lose the neatness. Just a little bit too straight for my preference on the beard hairs.
And that's just a temperature thing, or how with the
time.
Yeah. I can't. I don't know if you've adjusted your mustache, but if you have, consider letting that fill out. It looks fine, but that's about all I would, kind of throw at it.
Mary, you've like completed my sentences tonight. It's like I forgot.
We're back in sync. We're wondering. You spend time away. You don't know if the mojo's still there. I guess it is.
Got it. Because yes, I didn't even see that because I was thinking about other things. I do agree. If you are trimming down the mustache, let it grow. I think that would complete it. If that's natural, do your thing, player. Keep it going. Where everybody's on. I feel like Jimbo lives very far away from us, but I feel like I wish we could grab Jimbo's bald head and stick him next to us, and it would be like that third element to us here. And he's a professor as well, so I feel like he would sink in with us. So Jimbo, let me throw this at you, Jimbo. You have an open invite to a Wednesday live stream, Beard Advice Live, if you are ever out this way and traveling. And I mean that. I will open my home to you, someone I've never met, because I feel like you would be many of you, of course. Molly in here. We had Molly on the show already. But Jimbo, open invite if you ever make your way out to the 810 Flint, Michigan area. Okay, I do trim the stash. Personal preference thing, I get it. We know. But if you're asking, hey, give it to me.
It could give it that.
That was pretty good. I don't like sticking my fingers in my mouth.
Oh, I didn't that time.
Yeah. I don't like doing that.
I feel you on that one, especially with kids, and you never know what your last touch.
Yeah. I did sanitize my phone today because I was like, I feel like there's a lot of gross stuff around. So I said, we are here.
We were just casually chatting.
Here. Wolf, a epic beard, my friend. Give us updates on that stash. Give us updates. We could have an update like next week on some adjustments with that heat routine. We would love to see the before and then the after. Okay, the before and after. 810. Yep. Oh. If we are not, let me put this out there for the record. We are not. Maybe Doug would. Doug, I'm going to pass this to you. Start a beard company named 81 Grow.
Huh. Sounds like there's probably already like a legal marijuana one.
I don't think so.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
Doug, get the domain name. Start filing for the LLC. This is you. We will aid you. Our area code is the 810. Doug is going to start a beard company known as the 81 Grow.
I do kind of like that.
I do really, really like that. And then the logo could be like a beard, but it's like bricks for the beard, like back to the bricks.
Oh
my gosh. My brain is spinning here. And then we have Jake, and it would just be like a compliment to Jake's company. Totally different
vibe,
blend where it's cross training, where you use Mr. Moose and 81 Grow.
The 81 Grow could be the CBD line. Sorry.
Wow. It's one, when stuff starts to snowball a little bit. I don't know if Doug is still here.
I don't know.
Or if he's busy.
He's back to, he was in his classroom.
Oh, he is. It is giveaway time, everybody. We are giving away a Brio beardscape from the company known as Brio. Scotty says, need some more oil suggestions. Scotty, send me a message or just simply search on YouTube, best beard products. The number one video that comes up is my 2020 best beard products. That will give you some ideas. The mayor is on fire.
Oh, thank you.
He is on fire. I
had to bring my A game.
Last week he was terrible.
Yeah.
He wasn't here. That was the worst performance ever.
Nothing.
I feel like there'd been some skittish tonight.
Lackluster, shallow pool kind of things. But
on fire.
Back in.
They're all
coming.
It's like school. You had to get the mind ready. Mm-hmm.
Get ready. Get real.
Brio time. I feel really sad that Doug's not in here right now. Douglas, if you are here, put a comment because I feel like he can make that company happen. It would work. All right. Brio Beardscape. Any final thoughts? Any final words for the Brio Beardscape giveaway affiliate?
If you guys don't win, I still think it would be a huge difference. It's still a good value to purchase. It's still a good investment. It's still something that helped me to have the control to keep my beard and keep going when a lot of my instincts were telling me just to, whatever, wipe it off, start over. When you every day with this, every time you use it, you get better at it and it gives you true power in what you're doing with your beard.
Vado, I don't know.
I feel cool using it too. I have to say, it feels like maybe some ladies would be impressed when a guy could bust out some clippers and use them in the right way.
Yeah. Nick, it is not alleged to be skin safe. So I would recommend that if you were not getting too close or too low with the guards, but something with a guard, you should be fine. That's as much detail as I'm going to go into there. And yes, Jimbo, I agree. They are reasonably priced. Again, if you don't believe me, go look at the upper levels of Wall. Go look at the cordless versions of Babyliss, and you will see. All right. Dean, not yet, man. I've had the busiest life of my week in a very busy life. Really is. Yeah, really is here. But would I consider this a trimmer or a clipper? I call it a trimmer. Why do I call it a trimmer? I don't know. I don't actually know the difference between those two.
I always think a clipper has to be plugged into the wall and go.
That's what I think of.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know the difference, just like I know there's a difference between scissors and shears, but I don't really know the difference. So, no, I don't know those things. Man, it's so wild, like specifically beard stuff. I feel like I'm dialed. I got a lot of the categories. Once you step outside of that, I'm like, it's a great question. I just don't know. Maybe Molly can help us. Yeah. Andis, another one, guys, that Andis is another top. If you're looking at Babyliss, if you're looking at Andis, those are all really, really great companies, but you're really going to pay for them.
Those are the tools of the trade for stylists, though.
Yeah.
That's
the brand.
The Snap-on tools
but
for guys that work with tools.
Brio is newer. Brio is designed for the beard market, so it kind of makes sense that it's not over there.
Somebody said, I bet these guys aren't going to charge us very much, so let's put a really good battery in it. So when it sits in there, if they use it once a week or whatever, and that was a really great move. It's been very helpful.
Yeah, Dean, dude, it's still there. I promise you. The good thing with Vegas is tickets are readily available to fly there everywhere in the country. Like, there's not a ton of I know work and all that stuff, but if we wanted to go to Vegas tomorrow, there would be a flight. Vegas is just available pretty much everywhere.
It's part of their game is making sure that it's an easy way to get there. They used to, subsidize the flights.
Yep, absolutely. So very, very cool here. All right. We have a winner here. Brio might be mad at us, but that's okay. They agreed to this giveaway. Here is our giveaway, everybody, for a Brio Beardscape trimmer from the company known as Brio, who is affiliate. They are known for being affiliated with the mayor. Okay? Bum, bum, bum. If this is you, you do need to comment and claim your victory. This person does not trim their beard. Now, this might be their step to trimming it.
You never know.
However, if you do not want this, if this is not something that you think you would use or value in your life, you can pay it forward. I want to put that out there for you because maybe they signed up thinking there were more giveaways and stuff. And I will say, company did offer some giveaways tonight, beard and beef octane, just to be fully disclosure. But we wanted a more low-key stream. We know we had a lot to go over, and beard and beef octane got slammed this last week. Like, when I'm talking about in a day, more than 100 orders.
That's crazy.
More than 200 orders. We are talking in the 300 to 400 orders in a day.
That's crazy.
In a day. So we didn't want to add anything onto their plate and do that. But I do want to say they offered it. We did turn them down for that just because we didn't want them to feel obligated. We didn't want to be the bad. A lot. Our last giveaway on Monday was a $200 gift card. And that was after the stream was like we're like, all right, guys, have a great night. Never leave early. Remember that. Never leave early. Okay. Hit the thumbs up before this winner. If this is you and you would like it, please. Yeah. Eric filled orders for 9 hours on Tuesday. That's crazy. Crazy. All right, here we go. Jeff, the beard trim from today. And Jeff is from Canada, as he said, Ontario. So that's why I was like, oh, Brio's got to pay a little bit more. But hey, they offered. They didn't put any technicalities.
They got some good deals.
They're fine.
They can do their shipping in bulk. Like they can have a contract.
Yep. They got the mayor as an affiliate now, so they're good. They're good to go.
Be all right.
All right, Jeff. Woo! That me. That is you. Congratulations, Jeff. Now, that means you need to trim your own beard, and we need to see some updates of you trimming that own beard, man. Fantastic beard. Couldn't think of a better canvas to have that Brio Beardscape on, and I think that's even good for Brio. They can see that fantastic of a beard coming through. I'm gonna put this here, and I'm actually gonna message them right on Instagram, so we have it ready to roll, and they don't have to worry about that. Everybody's throwing the congrats in the chat for Jeff, as well deserved. Okay, let me see this. I cleared my history and my cookies and stuff. And hey, look at that stud.
That's a good pick.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Where did it go here? Let me see, Brio. I'll get that over there once we get this done here. But Jeff, congratulations, man. You have won.
Big night.
Yes. Huge night.
Lots of compliments for Jeff. Won the Brio. And not just Jeff, for all of us.
Yeah.
But, we didn't even plug the Facebook group.
We didn't even
check it out.
That.
Yeah. We have a Facebook group called the Commands Corner. If you're not aware of it, we do giveaways. We have a beard octane, a big giveaway coming. Stay tuned. We've kind of been teasing it a little bit, but just more and more and more coming. But more than that, it's beard guys in a positive way, interacting, supporting, and talking on Facebook. It's unique. It isn't. When you hear Facebook, you think about toxic conversations and people.
Right.
We try to do the opposite of that. In fact, we do the opposite of that.
Mm-hmm. And it goes against some people's natural instinct, and Facebook's wild. Some people go into it looking, expecting, not even realizing that they try to do that. When we actually go through our best ability to kind of enforce that and keep that environment, some people don't know what to do. They're like, really? This is real? It's real. And some people think it's fake at first. Then they get into the group and they're like, oh, no, this is just genuine support. And we do have a beard barber map. Some of our newest entries will be Molly McKay, which is so cool. And then one that I'm super excited about is my man Leroy from MTV. He is a barber in Houston, and he is now on our barber map and is in our group. Yes, Leroy from the Road Rules Real World MTV Challenge. He's in it. He's there. Pretty cool.
That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I approved him, and I sent you a message, and you're like, he's standing right here.
The mayor was like, yeah. I was with him. So that was cool. Yep, that is cool. Melissa's in the group too now. That's awesome. So cool. Final thoughts on your jerky?
Excellent.
Cool.
The Jamie Bergeron's Cajun. If you ever see that somewhere, grab it. It's good.
Well, that's not the Cajun. This is
the wait. What did I try? I tried
the crawfish boil.
The crawfish boil.
So next week the mayor is going to do the original on stream. We'll throw that in the jerky. I got a jerky box now.
Yeah.
See that?
Nice.
Jerky box. So we'll be breaking it down over there. His Instagram right here. Mayor's Beard Journey. Mine, Dancy Bearded. Give us a follow. Shoot us a message. You got Brio questions? Hit them up.
Absolutely.
You got Aberlight heated brush questions? Hit them up. You got styling, anything to do with a shorter business beard? That's your man right there. He's going to get you, or if not, he'll get you to the right place where somebody can. All right?
Absolutely.
Where in Houston? I don't know, Clark. It's on the beard map in our group. But that's all I got off the top of my head. I'm not familiar with Houston. So, but check it. It is literally on the map now. So we should be good to go. If our email wasn't on the stream, does it roll over?
No, for the entries and giveaways.
No,
you gotta come back.
No, I think he's talking about for entering into the Beard Advice Live.
Yeah,
so,
we already have. Yeah, it looks like if it was recent, with then yes.
So if you sent, it looks like we have 4 messages after 9 o'clock. 4 messages after 9 o'clock. If you sent it after the show started, you will be in next week. We will get a hold of you. Might not be till Monday, might not be till Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday because school's starting. Actually, we get better when school's going.
We actually have more free time. Not more free time, but like structured time.
Yeah.
A little control.
But there's not better options, aka family.
Mm-hmm.
So Noah, same answer there. I saw you sent in once the stream started. You will be on next week. All right, you will be on next week.
And sometimes things just happen. So if you sent one in and it didn't come up and it wasn't, you send it again, and please accept any kind of apology if we
absolutely. If it was sent in before 9 o'clock today, something happened, but it's very rare. Out of our 45 episodes, maybe once or twice. So yeah, very, very rare there.
All right, once.
Yeah, I think once as well. Yep, and that was like clicked red, and because we do it together. We work as a team, and so sometimes, and not very rarely though. All right. That's all I got, guys. Hey, Monday, multiple new cameras, new setup, switchboard, new soft. Guys, don't miss Command's Corner on Monday. A new company that I am very passionate about and absolutely loving their products. Monday. Yeah, Dean, absolutely. We have multiple guys where their wives join the group so they can like kind of act through them, or they just get on their wife's account. Yes, 100%. Even if your wife just wanted to join in general, she's welcome. So yes. All right. Anything else? I feel like there's so much.
Probably.
We'll have more stories. Who knows? Maybe we throw in a random stream later in the week, something like that. Never know. Because it's our last week. Who knows? We'll stay in touch, everybody. We'll stay in touch. And we may, let's consider a Friday stream because we're hanging out tomorrow too. So maybe we got some stories that we got to share on Friday.
Oh boy. And some that we can't.
Maybe at the Vegas meetup.
Yeah,
that could happen.
Yes, that's after hours.
Yes. All right, guys. Have a great day. Can't wait to hear from you in the comments. Check out my squalene video from today, and we will